Hi, this is Ryan Hoppy's mom, and you're listening to Happy Hour.
Doors closing.
Welcome back to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Yes, now. What? Now. If I hit this button, boom, the whole program's gonna start.
Okay, well, hit it.
All right.
Now, something completely different.
Smoke medical weed every day.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Ryan Hoppe and Facet. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Happy Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Happy Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Happy. This is Happy Hour with Happy.
Where we at?
Always going in, never doubt it. Never worry about the dollar. Need a source or trending topic. Be the hottest, search about us. Competition microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, now we flying. H-O-P-P-E. 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 You already know Happy Hour in your system.
Oh, yeah. This is Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, hanging out with you for the next hour. You can call me, 856-49-HOPPE. 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com.
Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson are calling it quits.
It really seems like Jessica Simpson is hard to be married to.
Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson are calling it quits after a decade of marriage, according to People magazine.
I bet he views it like, what a waste of time that was.
The couple, who share daughters Maxwell and Birdie, along with son Ace, tied the knot in 2014. The news comes after mounting suspicions that the pair had gone their separate ways.
That's actually 11 years, not 10 years. Good job with the math, Inez. Also, I've noticed recently people have been really predicting breakups and celebrities don't like it. Justin Bieber and Haley are next because everybody said, oh, is Jessica Alba going to get a divorce? And they're like, no, we're fine. And then everybody said, is Jessica Simpson going to get a divorce? And then they're like, we're fine. And it's like, it's almost like the media is correct.
After both Jessica and Eric had been seen on multiple occasions without their wedding rings.
Yeah, the pretty tail sign.
As early as October 7th. But despite Jessica's sister Ashley Simpson saying no when asked by TMZ November 11th if there was any truth to the split rumors.
Yeah, she's the real source. I bet their marriage problems were being hid.
That didn't quiet whispers of a split, especially since Eric had all but disappeared off Jessica's social media.
Yeah, that's the big one, too. I noticed that when I went through my breakups, is that people are like, where's your ex? Where's your girl? Where's your girl? That's the problem of when you post your significant other on social media.
On September 23rd, Jessica captioned a series of solo shots in a Part 1 and Part 2 post, a weekend of much-needed self-love, hugs, and pure magnetism.
That's what every woman says when they go through a breakup. Self-love. Maybe if you loved yourself in the first place, you wouldn't be going through so many divorces and getting cheated on like Nick Lachey, Lachey. I like to say Lachey, like Nick Lachey did 20 years ago.
That same day, she also shared a selfie which she captioned, quoting Archbishop Harold Holmes by Jack White, "Hate is trying to take someone else's love for yourself, but I'm here to tell you that love is trying to help someone else."
Wow, Jessica Simpson, you're middle-aged. These stupid quotes that you're putting after your breakup are so the behavior of Gen Z.
Fans were also curious about Jessica's relationship status after she posted several photos to Instagram November 11th with the caption, "Interviews in my Nashville music room where I unearthed my singular magic. This comeback is personal.
Oh, sure.
It's an apology to myself for putting up with everything I did not deserve."
Oh, I'm sure you're so innocent, Jessica. I'm sure you never have any flaws. This is what the modern day woman does on social media. It's not all women. But the thing where it's like, oh, I dealt with so much. It's like, well, then you should have dumped him 5 years ago.
In the past, Jessica had opened up about how much the couple's romance changed her for the better. She told People magazine in 2023, "I don't find it hard to love anybody, but I have always thought that I was hard to love.
You probably are.
That I was too much for people, or my schedule was too demanding."
Probably was. It's probably why none of your relationships have ever worked.
However, with Eric, she said she felt secure, adding that he really embraces my career.
Oh, does he? Where is he at now?
"He knows my heart and understands my heart more than anyone I've ever met in my life. I knew the instant we met that I could see my future in his eyes."
What, being a grumpy, middle-aged, washed-up 45-year-old woman?
"And with a lot of people, I hoped for a future in their eyes."
So weird about the eyes, man. I remember one time my mom told me a girl would fall in love with me for my eyes. I was like, thanks.
But with Eric, I saw it.
All right, man. Well, whatever you saw didn't really come out to be what you wanted. I saw this here. Glamorous Minnesota mom gets light sentence for sexually assaulting underage boy after meeting in hotel hot tub. I'm telling you, the glorification and the ass kissing and simping we give these MILFs that bang these underage boys, when a man does it, he's crucified. But when a woman does it, oh, it's so sexy. I wish that was around when I was a kid. A double standard if I've ever seen one. A married Minnesota mother of two was given a light sentence after she was admitted to sexually assaulting 2 underage boys. She was ordered to spend 2 weekends in jail after pleading guilty. And she committed the crime last year on January 14th, 2024, while on a staycation with her husband and 2 children, then aged 8 and 12. Here was the thing. It was when I saw 8 and 12 as I was reading this, I thought those were the age of the victims. Judge Joy Barcher of the Ramsey County District Court gave her time served credit for the 5 days she spent in jail after she was arrested in February. She was ordered to do 200 hours of community service and undergo court-mandated mental health treatment. She can no longer have unsupervised contact with juvenile boys and will be forced to register as a sex offender for the next 10 years. I bet everybody will be looking up that address. The victims were a part of a youth hockey team from Colorado that was in Minnesota for a competition and staying at a hotel in Roseville, a suburb of Minnesota. How much of a loser must you feel as that husband that your wife cheats on you with underage boys? And I'm seeing a picture of Judge Joy Barcher. She definitely seems like she's giving a lighter sentence to a woman because she's a feminist. She's not even a bad woman, like a bad-looking woman. She's kind of a plain Jane kind of vibe. But I'm just telling you, that's got to be the worst feeling. I've never really been cheated on. Like when I was in a relationship 3 years ago, we went to the gay pride parade, and my ex was like, "Is it okay if I talk to other girls?" I was like, I guess. But I forgive her, kind of. She just needed to date women. But what I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is I've never actually been like full on cheated on, I'm pretty sure of. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's got to be worse when you get cheated on with people that are underage. Like, that can't be the vibe. That can't be what makes you feel good. You don't want to wake up in the morning and be like, oh my God, I got cheated on with a 15-year-old. Hugh Jackman and Sutton Foster can't keep their hands off each other in passionate kissing photos in front of paparazzi. Why do I feel like this is Hugh Jackman trying to tell us, I promise I like women? Dude, just go slob on a knob and call it a day.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Ryan RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Now niggas know I'm from New York. Shit, I love California, yeah. From back when NWA rock the black and gray Raider shit, or some gangster shit. Niggas wasn't thinking about hoes and how maintenance the coupe with the translucent roof. I done two-tone the blues just to ride up the strip for the look on sunset. You sun up the sunset, niggas be on some pimp shit, but you already know this. If you ever know this, by the looks of me, baby, I'm holding it. I ain't telling you ain't know when I'm a dog. Meet me at the Lamont. Now niggas know I'm from New York. Shit, I love California, yeah. From back when NWA rock the black and gray Raider shit, or some gangster shit. Niggas wasn't thinking about hoes and how maintenance the coupe with the translucent roof. I done two-tone the blues just to ride up the strip for the look on sunset. You sun up the sunset, niggas be on some pimp shit, but you already know this. If you ever know this, by the looks of me, baby, I'm holding it. I ain't telling if you ain't know when I'm a dog. Meet me at the Lamondrian. I'll be sitting out front in the back watching the Star is Born. And you ain't getting gone, at least no time soon, cause we heading over to the Viper Room to get high on whatever your heart desires. But you can start giving head while we ride sunset. Come on. Down the sunset, go right on my fire, watch my body get so wet. Tonight's gonna be the night, be a night you forget. I make you feel good while we ride, so good while we ride. Take a ride up and down the sunset. Go right on my fire, watch my body get so wet. Tonight's gonna be the night, baby, boy, you won't forget. I make you feel good while we ride, so good while we ride. You already know California's the mecca of hydraulics. The switches on low riders, the Dayton's on cold wires. West siders throw it up, my nigga, it's all love. I'm calling out every grip and blood in LA. Essays hit the strip on dubs, let's hit the club. My bitches and stars stripping for dubs. Mommy, what's up? Lambo doors up. When they see me, they show me love. Hunk the horn, pull over and roll up. The chronic and blow dubs. Better hope it ain't no gunplay, cause Sunset Friday is Crenshaw Sundays. And I love LA like Snoop Love and 6 Trey. Where would I be without Dre to live and die in LA? All we know is low riders and sex, and what happens on Sunset stays on Sunset. Got the whole strip throwing up dubs, and since Pac died, it ain't been no California love. California, watch my body get so wet. Tonight's gonna be the night, baby, boy, you won't forget. I make you feel good, so good while we ride. Take a ride up and down the sunset. Go right on my fire, watch my body get so wet. Tonight's gonna be the night, baby, boy, you won't forget. I make you feel good while we ride, so good while we ride. Ghost ride your whips for the bay, just under shades. We sitting on chrome, candy painted in Pilot. 6'4", 6 deuce, Continentals with suicide dogs. Can't help but flows when you in Los Angeles. Just learn your dress codes, B's and C's, cause it's all about the G-code. Niggas fucking these free calls, Hoppe and that with Eco. Niggas stacking these Legos. Bitches moving that milk no more, less than a day old. Riding down Rodeo with twins that resemble J-Lo. Uh-oh, they wanna get the lick and the pimp in the right places. I promise I'll be patient before I get to replacing the bitch. I mean, it's two of them shit. That means there's 4 lips at one time around one dick. And they doing it while we hitting the strip in the back of the 6. Sunset, we riding high on X.
Oh yeah, sing it, baby. Got it.
So good while we riding, baby.
Whatever.
And your love just drives me crazy.
Sing it, baby. Love does drive me crazy too. It's a drug.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You and me,
and Ryan Hoppe.
This following segment
You and me.
has been brought to you by DZBZHoney.com. When I tell you the best Delta 8 CBD honey around, I'm a man of my words. Lollipops, lick the lollipop, the rapper.
You and me and Ryan Hoppe.
Honey sticks, a jar of honey. However the hell you want to get high. Go to DZBZHoney.com and at checkout use keyword Hoppe. H-O-P-P.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Hoppe Hour!
Hey, what's up? It's Babs from Wild 94.1, the afternoon diva. Shout out my guy Ryan Hoppe. Make sure you tune in to Hoppe Hour, the best 60 minutes of your life.
If this doesn't make you think, laugh, or yell at your speakers, are you even listening? Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe is back.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, sure.
Ryan's tall like the sky.
Oh, I am.
6'9", he's fly.
Yeah.
From Chicago to the Bay.
Mm-hmm.
In St. Pete, he'll stay.
That's where I live.
Talk of love and fame. Dating life's his game.
The weird game.
News all stars, he's
not as weird as Magic the Card Gathering.
With laughter filled.
Hi, Anthony.
Hoppe Hour, all you need.
Oh, sure.
Rich and Ely, take a seat.
Got it.
Groove, Hoppe Hour makes you move. A cat by the side.
Her name's Luna.
In Florida they reside.
This is my cat Luna during the hurricane. The only radio show that'll say the number while a cat's meowing. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me. RyanHopperadio at gmail.com. I love my cat, but she's really irritating sometimes.
Happy Hot Topic!
This was not the only bit of head coaching news we had. As Mike Vrabel was starting, Tom Pelissero hit send on this tweet right here. Mike McCarthy is out as Cowboys coach.
And this is how much of a classless loser Jerry Jones is he didn't let him interview with the Bears last week, even though he knew he was going to fire him. And that's why when it's all said and done, and when Jerry Jones finally croaks, that team A will be better, and B, he will be remembered as the rich pig that he is. Mm-hmm.
This was a dance that has been going on for the last week or so. Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy have been meeting. They have been talking extensively, a lot about football.
You could bring in the best coach ever, but with Jerry Jones at helm, you ain't winning anything.
Some about business. And in the end, I think while many of us thought that this would result in him being still the Cowboys coach, instead, he is out.
All right, there's Ian Rappaport, who talks so professional. I could learn a thing or two from that. 856-49-HOPPE. This is funny. They called Cam Newton an NFL legend in the caption of this headline from the Daily Mail. NFL legend stuns fans by jumping onto moving helicopter, an incredible Special Forces TV moment, the show on Fox. And that legend is Cam Newton. Cam Newton will jump onto helicopters, but not onto a ball in the Super Bowl. That right there. When he didn't go to get that fumble, that was the downfall of Cam Newton. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. I saw this headline here, and this is going to really rile up my angry Gen X listeners that hate listen. Oh, I got some that get so mad. I'm Gen X. I'm an angry generation. I'm from the 70s.
Love us or hate us, you're still listening.
Mm-hmm. And it says here, this is from Medium.com. Gen X is the Karen generation. What is a Karen? They are described as obnoxious, entitled, and often racist, using their privileged claims to get their way and attention. They fail to realize the universe doesn't revolve around them. It is that the Gen X generation is full of them. Mm-hmm. Love it. Growing up, and here's a quote from a TikTok. Growing up realizing Gen X will most likely go down as the worst parental group in recent history and of the 4 generations. They project too much. They expect too much. They don't give enough emotionally. They care about the wrong things. They play victim too much. They blame social ineptitude on technology rather than their parenting skills. And they're awful to work with. Love it. Just wanted to get that out there. Gen X, man. I don't know why they're so angry. Like, all my haters, I know you're not supposed to give haters attention. I say that on this very show. I go, you got to stop giving haters attention. But these haters out there, the ones that are like Gen X, are always so angry. I'm like, what are you mad about? What are you mad about? You're not the boomers, and you're not millennials. You're not getting catered to. I get it. You feel left out. You feel like no one cares. And that's because we don't. Especially when you have them at helm doing morning radio. Oh, no good. I saw this headline here, and this is not good.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Developing this morning, an Ybor City nightclub is responding after its owner was accused of sex crimes against children.
8 on your side's Alessandra Young is live this morning outside of Southern Nights with how the club is responding. Alessandra?
Good morning, Kristen Avery. The nightclub posted a statement on Instagram saying the owner maintains his innocence.
Of course he does. What is he going to say? I like those creepy videos.
But transferred ownership and is stepping away from all of the responsibilities.
Oh, if you're innocent, why are you going away?
The now former owner of Southern Nights in Ybor is facing child porn possession charges.
I like that place, too. It gives them a bad look.
Richard Kowalczyk and his domestic partner, Eric Patrick, are accused of transmitting child pornography and conspiracy to solicit a minor for sex acts.
Oh, man. Tampa needs some help, man. It's the unspoken thing in Tampa about sex trafficking.
Kowalczyk owned nightclubs in Tampa and Orlando. Patrick works as a teacher. The investigation began.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad he's a teacher.
And after discovering an explicit conversation on Telegram between Kowalczyk and a person they were already investigating. Court documents show the exchange, including both people sharing child porn and graphic descriptions of child sexual abuse involving children as young as 7. The court documents state over many years, Kowalczyk and Patrick shared explicit messages and pictures. Monday night, the nightclub posted a statement on Instagram saying, quote, being an LGBTQ plus night.
That's the problem, too. Is that it's a gay club, so then all the conservative nut jobs will hate on it.
Club, we are constantly standing in the face of adversity. We have fought hard for our reputation and for our community. The allegations that have recently come to light are not ones we take lightly and absolutely do not condone.
I'm proud of the club for coming out and speaking about it. Because unfortunately, there have been some gay people recently that have not made their cause look good. One of them being the disgusting family, those 2 married men who adopted those kids in Georgia that they had like all those sex parties with. It's inhuman. The problem is Gay people work so hard to have equal rights, and then when you have these morons doing things like this, it honestly brings the movement back.
End quote. The statement also said neither business had any involvement in the allegations against the now former owner, and that the nightclub is committed to being a safe place people can go.
And I think it is. If I were gay as hell, I'd still go to Southern Nights. I saw this here. The Englewood, California mayor says that the haters of Karen Bass, the mayor of LA, that the haters are misguided. How much of a beta male loser do you have to be? You are whipped. If you have to defend her, you are a bitch. These politicians, man, they're out of control. Can't stand it. LA Mayor Karen Bass has an enthusiast vocal ally in her corner, and that being the Englewood mayor. Yeah, because when I think of really successful cities that don't have crime problems, I think of Englewood. I don't get politicians, man. Like, I get that it's the whole system to be rich and elite and better than us, but you're all a bunch of morons. All right, here's the Englewood mayor talking to TMZ.
LA is really going through it right now with all these fires. I mean, what do you have to say to all those people, affected by this?
I did 37 years in law enforcement.
Cool, bro. When you have to let everybody know about your accomplishments, you probably weren't that great.
Went through riots, earthquakes, and fires. Fires are the worst because they erase civilizations. They erase memories. And I just feel so bad for everybody that's going through this right now.
Do you? Or are you just programmed as it?
I know right now a lot of people are kind of a little upset with Karen Bass. I mean, there's like a petition going around about her resignation. I mean...
Well, that's stupid. She's not going to resign. I don't think, unless there's been some bad scandal, I don't think any politician has ever been like, oh my God, people want me to resign. I'm going to simp to that level.
What, I mean, do the people have a right to be upset at her? Or, I mean, being that she didn't know that this fire was going to happen, I mean... I just want to know your thoughts.
First of all, anyone that would be mad at Karen Bass is entirely misguided.
Oh, really? The one that was on a vacation and the one that hasn't really been friendly with the media, that one? Shut your elite, stupid mayor self up.
She's one of the most conscientious, competent.
Oh, really? Why does everybody else feel the opposite? You're just defending your own. It's like when a pig defends another pig, that being a cop.
Elected officials I've ever met.
Oh, really? Then do something, Karen. Then do something, buddy.
The last 2 years she's been the mayor, I've been the mayor in Englewood. And people just don't understand that this
Englewood
situation was far more than the city of Los Angeles. It was
the governor.
The Eaton fire, the Palisades fire. The fire was on Pacific Coast Highway. Did you know there are 4,700 personnel from all over the county and the state fighting these fires right now?
And the politicians ruined everything.
There were insufficient resources in the city of Los Angeles to handle this alone. So, no, anybody that's mad at Karen Bass is completely misguided.
Oh, really? Maybe that's just you projecting that you're misguided, you moron.
Excellent administrator.
Oh, really? Then why does everybody else feel the opposite?
And they should be very proud of Sheriff Luna and Chief Maroney from the County Fire Department. Those three together, along with Jim McDonald, Chief of LAPD, have done an excellent job.
Those are the actual heroes, being the cops and the firemen. Now you're moron of a mayor.
An impossible situation.
Oh, shut up, dude. So sick of politicians. It really sucks. Like, I just can't stand this country sometimes. You have these politicians that think they know everything. It's like, go cheat on your wife and shut up.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Happy Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
$6 million's what it cost them to put back together that cat Steve Austin. Now the far right is bionic. Over 6 million tracks with 10 million topics. I'm fiber optic, crystal clear with my projection. Whack MCs get clothesline when they walk across my intersection. They need protection, some guidance, some right direction. A job center with applications for a new profession. Never set for nothing less. I blaze contests and set shop for paydays. In strange ways, life twist and turn. Word to gangstar. In this business, Skrilla hard to earn. I format attack, new knack technique. Speak with a passion on wax and tape and CD. Mad niggas front for paper and switch like a bitch, in and out like a crossfader. All I know is how to rock shit. They say the hotter the MC, the hotter the spot is. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. See, I got books of lyrics on deck like Tash. Pocket full of cash, ready to bounce, roll and splash. C2 and hash, pro tour in the masters. Grab the mic, flex my wrist and hit like Sampras. Handle this, make you believe like an evangelist that real MCs are coming to reclaim Los Angeles. And hence I stand a chance to finally get my time to shine in the Golden State, like Spreewell out the half. This beat is hot, it make me lock like astronaut. Make K. set that shit for my peoples when we blow spots. Pause. Freeze, my steeds rose like E's, V12 trees and 7 C's. If you didn't know, champ, the far right here rules of lowlands, brother, from the liquid camp. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. MCs get damaged like civilized to savage. Sharp lyrics cut deep wounds, these niggas need bandages. They can't handle this Los Angeles relentless pressure. Full court, measure for measure. I'm like Patino, a game plan Gambino. Every verse starts with defense first, like a casino. Every minute, every hour, I use brain power. For Mr. Space Shuttle Challenger, I devour. I tower like Eiffel, bust all verses like rifles. Bust all bullets through flesh, unless you're wearing a vest. And even then I still enter the human form of a splinter. The summer, fall, spring, and winter. Liquid crew member, champion contender. Holy like the month of December. The rhyme prototype. Lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. Lock shit down. Lock shit. Lock shit down. Lock shit. Lock shit down. The far right here to lock shit down.
Oh, yeah. That was Defari with Bionic. What a beat. There's an old mixtape show called Stretch and Bobito. They used to do world premieres in the 90s in New York City of rappers like Mobb Deep and 50 Cent. And it was referenced in one of the Power shows. And I was like, let me check them out. And then I Shazammed some of their music. Riveting, right? Just giving you inside baseball, trying to find unlicensed rap music I can play.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by Fortify.com. FORTIFEOIE.com. When I tell you it's the best pre- and post-workout around, I'm a man of my words. At checkout, use keyword Ryan20 to save 20%.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour!
Hey, this is Justin Schlegel from the Justin Scott and Spiegel Morning Show on 98 Rock in Baltimore, and you are listening to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe is your alternative to the typical morning show with fake dating segments.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Happy hour, wake the crowd. Mike's on fire, volume real loud. Ryan bringing heat like a summer sun. Morning show podcast, time for fun. Turn it up, this Happy Hour. Ryan got that podcast power. Syndicated, we go global. Living large, never staying local. Syndicated, dreams with coast to coast. Ryan Hoppe, host with the most. Podcast radio, hit that stream. Morning hustle, chasing that dream. Turn it up, it's Happy Hour. Ryan got that podcast power. Syndicated, we go global. Living large, never staying local.
856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
Syndicated dreams.
You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Ryan Hoppe,
You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com.
hustle, chasing that dream. Turn it up, it's Happy Hour. Ryan got that podcast power. Syndicated, we go global. Living large, never staying local.
Wow! Happy Hot Topic!
This morning, WNBA star Caitlin Clark breathing a bit easier.
Yeah, this next headline's kind of creepy.
55-year-old Michael Lewis from Texas is behind bars, charged with stalking after prosecutors say he sent Clark a series of sexually violent messages.
What a loser. I can't stand stalkers. Just because they're rich and elite doesn't mean they're not human. And these guys make all men look bad.
You not only have someone who's maybe in a place of prominence, but also just kind of the nature and the aggressiveness.
I like this guy's voice.
Of what was being tweeted.
According to court documents charging Lewis, there were at least 14 messages between December 16th and January 2nd, many too explicit to quote. In one,
"Yeah, baby, let me choke you."
Authorities say Lewis wrote in part, "Been driving around your house 3 times a day, but don't call the law just yet."
That's weird as hell.
In another, "I'm getting tickets. I'm sitting behind the bench." The affidavit says the FBI discovered recent messages were sent from a hotel about a half-mile away from the arena where Clark's team, the Indiana Fever, play, as well as a library in downtown Indianapolis. When police questioned the Texas native, he claimed he was on vacation, and this is just an imaginary relationship.
Yeah, this is definitely the typical case of a creepy parasocial relationship, and this loser can't get any girl.
According to the documents. But prosecutors say the messages were threatening. Clark told police she altered her public appearances and patterns of movement due to fear for her safety.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool being a famous athlete and being one of the greatest already of all time, but stuff like this is what they have to deal with.
The individual is starting to take affirmative steps to maybe bring himself in closer proximity to the victim. That made everybody certainly understand the urgency of the situation.
Yes, sir.
The basketball phenom, known for flashy three-pointers, wrapped up her first WNBA season with the Rookie of the Year award, propelling her and her sport into the national spotlight.
It is her sport. It wasn't anybody else's. Definitely not Angel Reese.
We spoke with Clark just before the draft.
I heard that season tickets are going like blazes in Indiana. Have you heard that rumor?
I have heard that rumor.
Hell yeah.
I don't know the exact numbers, but I think they're selling pretty well.
She's so cute, man.
Basketball star has handled all that attention with grace. Now prosecutors in Indiana are commending her courage as well.
The one problem is she lives in downtown Indianapolis, and you can drive through downtown Indianapolis on the highway in about 2 minutes. You're literally driving in cornfields, and then you drive through a bunch of trees, and then there's Indianapolis, and then you're done. Because I used to drive there whenever I would either go to Cleveland or go to North Carolina, so it's pretty easy to figure out where she lives.
Prosecutors have filed a stay-away order against Lewis for the Fever's practice facilities. Lewis is
hopefully it's a lifetime one, not like where they put it for 2 years and then they act up again.
Scheduled to make his first court appearance later this morning. He faces up to 6 years in prison and a $10,000 fine, guys.
Yeah, you know they're really going to push it on him because of it being Caitlin Clark.
Scary stuff. Stephanie, thank you very much.
Oh, some riveting little analysis there.
Scary stuff. Stephanie, thank you very much.
A stalker being scary? Whoa! Here's my favorite part of every Today Show video.
Hey, thanks for watching.
No problem, Al Roker.
Don't miss the Today Show every weekday.
You're the original Ozempic patient.
At 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel.
I'll be sure not to do that. I saw this headline, and it's pretty cute. Pat Sajak's daughter, Maggie.
Obviously, this show is a huge part of my life and my family's life, but it's a huge part of so many lives over generations now, which is just crazy to even.
She is hot.
And think.
Having a good time.
Maggie made her Wheel of Fortune debut back in 1996, and at the age of 4, she was already honing her hosting skills when she and her brother pretended to be Vanna and Pat closing the show.
She looks like a girl that'd be hanging, not when she was 4, but now at 30. She looks like a girl that'd be hanging out with Leonardo DiCaprio. I just looked up her age. She's 30, so that's a no.
Did Vanna give you any advice? Don't be funnier than Daddy is.
That's not a joke.
Anything else? Well, she did tell me to say this. What? Bye-bye.
I didn't even realize when I was that age the impact of this show. So seeing it now and seeing, those moments, I'm like, wow, little did she know.
And to celebrate the show's 50th anniversary, Maggie's given us a tour of the new set.
Here we are at the iconic.
All right, doesn't really translate the video, but I suggest you look up Maggie Sajak. She looks like she'd be a fun time, but also an expensive bill at a steakhouse. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You could tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. And I want to let you guys all know that if you, with the last 7 days, or now 5 days, if you're listening on January 14th, if you want to see my TikTok for the next 5 days, follow me at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Ben Stiller is sharing rare insight into his years-long separation from wife Christine Taylor.
He just seems like he'd be really pretentious.
Ben is shedding some light on his years-long breakup with Christine and what ultimately brought them back together as a couple.
He knew he couldn't do any better.
The actor explains more about their 2017 split in an interview with the New York Times published on January 11th, saying, quote, "When we separated, it was just having space to see what our relationship was, what my life felt like when we weren't in that relationship, how much I loved our family unit. It was like 3 or 4 years that we weren't together, but we always were connected."
Banging other people.
Ben adds that his separation from Christine, with whom he shares Ella and Quinlan, was never intended to be permanent.
That's that weird Hollywood stuff. Like, they just always get back together.
He adds, quote, "In my mind, I never didn't want us to be together. I don't know where Christine was. You'd have to ask her. But COVID put us all together in the same house."
That's what it is.
The actor says that being back under the same roof again starting in 2020 offered the then estranged couple an opportunity to reconnect. "It was almost a year of living in the same house before we were actually together."
There was one night they were drunk on some wine, and they're like, "Let's have sex." Mm-hmm.
And says, before adding, quote, "But I'm so grateful for it. And I think not that many people do come back together when they separate."
And we'll see how long this lasts. Look at J-Lo and Ben Affleck.
He continues, quote, "There's nothing like that. When you come back, you have so much more appreciation for what you have.
And when you come on the back,
because we know we could not have it."
That's some cool little ending music by Ian. It was very dramatic, very out there. What is the meaning of life? We'll never know. 856-49-HOPPY. What do I want to talk about here? I saw Travis Kelce tease Taylor Swift's new music, and I'll get to that later, but I thought about it. I was like, we have not heard from Travis Hunter. Dun, dun, dun. Getting rid of that cloud chaser, I hope. Let's see what's going on in the world of TMZ. Mm-hmm.
Today on TMZ.
Okay, Henry Winkler. He kind of got roasted for suggesting there were arsonists in L.A.
I mean, it's not out of the realm.
He might be right, and Whitney Cummings is here to get him.
Yeah, Whitney Cummings just seems like she's really searching for attention lately.
Probably got swords. She took with her a sword.
Her logic is fantastic.
She's like, I'm gonna
come off so crazy that they just are stunned.
By acting crazier than them, it might scare them away.
Whitney Cummings is like, okay, like she's just so wishy-washy, man.
What if they can just get even crazier?
Well, you're rolling the dice. You're rolling the dice.
Hoda's last day on the Today Show.
One last time.
Oprah Winfrey sent in a message.
You have made the right move.
You should have gone to Epstein Island with me or had a threesome with me and Gail.
And then Gail came. Part of the whole.
Oh, yes, she did.
Gail is in a competing network, so of course Gail's going to celebrate.
You think we could get Ryan Seacrest to come in here on your last day?
maybe Vanna.
Rachel Ray revealed that her husband is very well endowed.
Yeah. Rachel Ray has gained some weight over the years, but I like that thick woman. And you know she cooks a hell of a dinner.
Could not wait to get him in the set.
Well, I hope it was a very memorable evening.
It was, and he is a blessed man.
Get it, Rachel.
You know you can spank it from behind.
It's not the best thing she could do for her husband?
No, it's not. Because now every girl's like, oh, I want to try it.
And if you believe the adage, which I don't, that every man is only as faithful as his opportunity, he's going to have a lot more options.
That's a very good point. Some cloud-chasing women are going to be like, I want to see the size of it.
Pam Anderson was in New York City. She doesn't wear makeup and
It's getting kind of old, man. So you look so raggedy.
she's doing a movie. And so we asked her,
how much money did you actually save so far not doing makeup?
Can I ask you, what is the budget a year for makeup?
$10,000.
What?
Yeah. I really feel bad for women that they have first of all, they have a very limited time that they can have kids. Al Pacino can have kids at 80, but women can't. And then second of all, they got to always look good. And I just wake up and I always look good.
What? Do you know how much money goes into covering this thing up?
Not enough.
He's talking to the chummy girl on the team.
Henry Winkler got pushback for suggesting that an arsonist may be adding to the insanity of the LA fires. But Whitney Cummings agrees with him, and she's ready to fight any arsonists.
What's the plan if we find one?
We'll use swords.
That's why we got swords.
Yeah, so Whitney Cummings is very upset. She was evacuated from a fire a few days ago. And
why does every girl in LA talk like that?
she's like, there was an arsonist that was said to be in custody.
Well, there's a guy that had a blowtorch in Woodland Hills.
What a loser.
But just in case there are more, Whitney and her gentleman hit.
All right, the vocal fry of the show is driving me nuts. I used to really want to live in California and LA, and then I realized it's a dump.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Empire, yes. In case you ain't know. Guns! Room, nigga. What? Empire. Empire. I know y'all see it.
She looked at me like I won't run up on her.
I get you.
She licked her lips like she could take a mean one. Must be the air that I breathe that brings this money to me. Cause every time it breathes, I feel it coming at me. Oh.
Breathe. Is the air too thin up here? The watch too bright up here? The sun glistening off the bezel, leaving them little shadows of ice on your face like freckles. Shoot it in a button on one of my best suits, and that pound is shined up like church shoes. I gotta make my next move my best move, even if that move don't involve you. Cause there's a lot of that would love to be in your position, whether it was wifey or mission. My mission is to make sure I stay in your system like heroin, so therefore it's me that you're hooked on. But sick of, don't be nodding off and getting comfy. I'll cancel your monthly. Dope boy, who want me? Let me get you high, you love this.
She looked at me like I won't run up on her. She licked her lips like she could take a mean one. Must be the air that I breathe that brings this money to me. Cause every time it breathes, I feel it coming at me. Oh. I'm a uptown boy, that girl from Brooklyn. Best eye chick, she know news in them. Cool with him, so she got the news from him. That what's happening, baby, what's happening? In the dice game, who got bank? Who's asking? 3 6s, look around, who's laughing? Point a chick out, they know who's smashing. I take fractions and spend on fashion. I'm all that, I don't call back. I'm more at a Ford that I'm buying all that. 645, the coupe is all black. Tell the bartender to send more of that. Window shop, who's pop? It's simple. I window shop, I buy the window, including the bimbo. This is simple.
So what's your name?
H.O. She looked at me like I won't run up on her. She licked her lips like she could take a mean one. Must be the air that I breathe that brings this money to me. Cause every time it breathes, I feel it coming.
Yeah. You know young and I slide through. New coupe, sky blue. Big wheels, interior color diamond. And I'm used to life in the fast lane. Ask about me, I do the damn thing. You know money's not an option. Really? My neck's retarded, my wrist so silly. And mommy got a face like Christina Millie. Body like Miss Kim Kardashian. I'm flashy at cars, I move like a boss. Empire the gang, man, I'm that ball. Mr. Montana, drop head phantom. Might jump out the 6 deuce long for the cameras. I balled in the Hamptons, crib out in LA. G for the New York, then the MIA. Shalom, mama, what's hood? And with G, you good, you know.
She look at me like I won't run up on her. She licked her lips like she could take a mean one. Must be the air that I breathe that bring this world near me. Cause every time it's a breeze, I feel it coming at me.
Oh, yeah. That was Ja Rule and Empire with Mean One. I love a girl that can take a mean one. 856-49 Hoppe. You know what I mean?
Happy Hour will be right back.
Jelly bean. You know what I'm saying?
You and me and Ryan, Hoppe.
This following segment
You and me and Ryan, Hoppe.
has been brought to you by the best MMA trainer in all the Bay Area, Amir Academy of Martial Arts. At AmirAcademy.com. When I tell you he's the absolute best, I am a man of my words. 2700 22nd Street North, and that's in St. Petersburg. Women's self-defense classes, kids classes, MMA classes, whatever the hell you need. I'm telling you, it's a great time. This is also being brought to you by counselingoncall.net. I just spoke to my therapist, Jay. It was a great time. If you live in Maryland or Florida and you need help with your mental health, go to counselingoncall.net. Tell them you.
You and me and Ryan Hoppe.
Hello again, it's your favorite San Francisco DJ, Hammerin' Hank. I may look normal, but the truth is, I have a condition known as autism. That's right, it's a condition, not a disease. Fact is, autism can strike anyone, regardless of who they are. People with autism normally have difficulties in verbal and nonverbal communication skills, social interactions, and leisure activities. In a recent study, people with autism are less likely to have a job and more likely to become homeless. I beat the odds by having loving friends and family, having a college education. I have even worked in the San Francisco Bay Area as an honored personality for many years. Always remember that people with autism want the same things as you, to be happy and successful. To find out more about autism, please contact your local mental health center or visit autismspeech.org.
Doors closing.
Now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Hoppe Hour!
He is a brilliant, upcoming superstar, Ryan Seacrest. What? Oh, Ryan Hoppe. Hey, this is Lex Staley with the Lex and Terry Radio Network. We are nationally syndicated, and this guy is so much better than we are. So you should get back to the Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Where cancel culture fears to tread, it's Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Ryan Hoppe, he's a wild card, blood beast. Hoppe Hour madness, a verbal feast. Lines hit harder than a boxer's twist. Radio circus can't predict this.
856 49 Hoppy. I'll be honest, that was not one of my favorite rejoiners. It sounds like Tekashi 6ix9ine. This is a little better. Enough of that. 856 494 6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. That's better. You can always email me, RyanHoppyRadio@gmail.com. Most radio shows freak out if something goes wrong. Here, we embrace it. You know how irritating I feel like being right now? I'm going to do this. I'm going to press every sound effect at once. That's what my brain sounds like. You can always follow me on TikTok, at Ryan Hoppy Radio. Let's get back to the news.
Hoppy.
Actually, I'm going to make a quarterback switch, or whatever it's called. I'm going to do Hoppy's Hoops.
Yo. Ryan Hoppy on the mic, breaking down the scenes. NBA drama, living out the dreams.
Yeah.
Wilder, stories about the queens. Dropping knowledge bombs, all in on the schemes. Hoppy's loose, man, he knows it all. From scandals to the court, rise and fall. Tune in, now you'll have a ball. Hoppy Hour got that shock and awe. MJ to Kobe, legends in the game. Shaq's
Kobe was my favorite growing up.
Fame. Hoppy spills the tea, ain't playing tame. Behind the curtain, nothing left the same.
Oh, sure.
Hoppy's loose, man, he knows it all.
That's me.
Scandals to the court, rise and fall. Tune in, now you'll have a ball. Hoppy Hour got that shock and awe.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
I saw this next headline here, and this is really interesting. Not at all.
Some exciting news from the NBA last night. NBC celebrating that starting in the fall, NBA is going to be back on NBC and
I wonder if they're going to have the John Tashman
streaming on Peacock and having some fun with one NBC icon. Jack McBrayer, a.k.a. Kenneth the Page, gave a special studio backlot tour with some surprise guests.
We're starting our studio tour outside a typical NBC soundstage. Oh, a question? Yes.
Should I know you from something?
If
it's Giannis.
That something is a beloved NBC character.
Then no.
Can you give me an audition on America's Got Talent?
It's Wemby.
What's your talent?
Illusion.
Oh.
Is Keith Morrison scary? He seems scary.
There is Jason Tatum trying to be funny.
He's terrifying.
Is he through with the streaming on Peacock?
Oh, yeah. Only the best stream on Peacock.
Yeah, and you like the cook. By the way, I'm looking at Wemby next to Jason Tatum and Giannis. He makes them look short.
This tour go through any metal detectors? Just cause.
He brought his championship ring, that being Jason Tatum.
Oh, shiny.
I have one too. I just don't wear it everywhere.
I feel like that punchline's not really a joke.
That's fantastic.
That's a great spot there.
That's fantastic.
As a reminder,
Great.
NBC.
I would love for NBC to be honest. Like, that was funny because I do like Jack Brayer's character. But listen.
Spot there.
That's fantastic.
As a reminder.
Of course you're going to say that the parent company you work for, that their joke is fantastic. What are you going to say? Oh, it sucks.
There's been a few interesting texts given out this season in the NBA, but this one is definitely up there for Anthony Edwards. As we see on this play, Rudy Gobert throws down a nice dunk off the alley-oop, and on the bench as well gets a tech for flexing, which...
The refs are out of control. These nerds that were never really good at playing sports and are barely good at being refs are ruining the league.
I mean, he literally had a dunk 2 games ago on Anthony Black versus the Magic, and he flexed and stared him down and still didn't get a tech, and then he gets a
These refs just pick and choose who they want to hate on, because they're losers.
tech for this one that's on the bench. But here's where it gets interesting. This is why Anthony Edwards was fined $50,000. That's because after the tech was given out for flexing on the bench, he then goes ahead and flips off the ref that gave him that tech, bringing his total in fines close to $300,000.
Here's the thing. I actually was Googling how much he got fined and I couldn't find it. But thank you to Chaz NBA, this really good account, for letting me know. Because the thing is, this is really going to start to add up. Let me look up what Anthony Edwards' net worth is. He's the shooting guard for the Minnesota Timberwolves. His net worth is $40 million. That is about 1/40th of his net worth that he's being fined. This is getting bad. He's got all the baby mama trouble and all that stuff. You know he needs that money.
Close to $300,000 for the season, and I think we're only just halfway through, or not even halfway through the season.
It'll be up to $1 million soon. I played this on another show, but I want to play it again. Here's LaMelo Anthony, who I think is very likable. Remember when LeVar Ball, not LaMelo Anthony, I just got... This is why it'd be nice to have a co-host sometimes. There's Carmelo Anthony. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And my brain saw LaMelo and thought of Carmelo Anthony, so I called him LaMelo Anthony. Take two. There's LaMelo Ball, who plays for the Charlotte Hornets, and he's a real baller. And LiAngelo Ball just signed with the Def Jam Records after he has that cool new rap song out, even though it's only 2 minutes and I can't stand short songs. And Lonzo Ball is playing well for the Bulls. And remember when LeVar Ball showed up on the scene 8 years ago and everybody was hating on him? No, he looks like a good dad. Here is LaMelo Ball having fun with a reporter after a Hornet win.
LaMelo was hooping as the Hornets ended their 10-game losing streak against a struggling Suns, and he's having just as much fun off the court as he is on the court, as we see this crazy play, just like he was doing in high school, he's doing in the NBA. But a funny moment in his post-game interview, he was so fascinated by this reporter's voice.
LaMelo in his... Sorry.
We saw you throw a pass off the backboard. You catch it. You give it to Brandon Miller. He gives it to Mark. Doesn't finish the dunk, but he gets the 2 free throws. What's going on in your head during that play? And can you just talk about what you were seeing on that play?
Pretty much nothing, for real. Like I said, I just play basketball.
Play basketball. I had a friend named Joshua Phillips who talked like this.
Came up. He was kind of behind me. I just threw it off the glass. Got it.
LaMelo playing at home in front of a big crowd tonight. Obviously, it's awesome to get back in the win column, but do it at home in front of the crowd? How awesome was this tonight?
It was great. How you got your voice like that?
LaMelo Ball is not an idiot, but he definitely talks with a little bit of a urban slang, so you know he really likes the guy with the professional voice.
Playing at home in front of a big crowd tonight. Obviously, it's awesome to get back in the win column, but do it at home in front of the crowd? How awesome was this tonight?
It was great. How you got your voice like that? You got a real good voice, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do the reporting for sure. Great. I like that. That was smooth.
I think LaMelo Ball would be good when he retires on like a TV show. Yes, LaMelo Ball goofing off. Finally, in Hoppy's Hoops, Angel Reese slammed over gross act. Great girl for kids to look up to. Angel Reese has drawn criticism for twerking in a viral video from Unrivaled Camp over the weekend, with fans calling her antics great. Well, Charles Barkley said it best about athletes being role models. Before I even get to more of it, if you think that these people should be your role models, you are screwed. Like this Charles Barkley, I am not a role model commercial from back in the day.
I am not a role model. I'm not paid to be a role model. I am paid to wreak havoc on the basketball court. Parents should be role models.
If it was Angel Reese's video, it'd be, I am paid to miss layups and then grab rebounds and have a bunch of double-doubles and make my stats look better than they are. So there's that. Just felt like playing that. She's shown twerking off her skills alongside Las Vegas Aces star Chelsea Gray. Let me look up Chelsea Gray's stats, because all these websites, all the time, they always say, oh my God, these players are a star. It's the most overused word ever. She averaged 8 points in the regular season and 10 in the postseason, and shot 28% from 3 and 38% from field goal range. That is not a star. That's a player. Drives me nuts. I've been complaining about that since the birth of Hoppy Hour, when it was the Ryan Hoppy Show on WHCM 88.3 Harper College in 2012. 13 years ago. The word star is erased. Philadelphia Eagles chirping fan ID'd. Team kick-starting punishment process. The Eagles have identified the fan who berated a female Packers supporter at Philadelphia's playoff game over the weekend. TMZ sources said just 2 days after the man in the green Eagles jacket was seen on video unloading on a Packers fan, which I'll play in a second, the team has found out who he is and is currently determining how to handle the situation. For most teams, like the Yankees fan grabbing that ball, they'll ban him. But Philly fans are, for the most part, scumbags. There's one exception. My friend Andrew, who's the brother of my listener Anthony, he gives me hope. But most Philly fans, like this moron, make all women look bad. Or not all women, I'm so used to saying that about cloud chasers. Makes all Philadelphia Eagle fans look bad. Here is the video of this piece of garbage from Philly.
After reviewing the play, the runner was short of the goal line.
And it shows the Packer fan cheering.
They got one more yard though. They're close. Yeah, but they're not in. It's not a touchdown. Yeah. So you don't call her a dumb cunt. Cool.
So he called her an ugly dumb C, which I'll have to beep out. He said, "You gonna do anything? Shut the F up." Turn around and watch the game. You know, while he's at the football game, his wife's cheating on him with his small D energy. I can't stand Eagle fans. I'm sorry, Andrew, and everybody listening. For the most part, I think they're the worst. Not all of them, obviously. There's some good ones. But there are so many bad Eagle fans, man. I don't understand it. You're a tool. And that guy had a corporate job. And, of course, the internet sleuth found out about it. It's karma. It's like that Baltimore Ravens fan that punched that Commanders fan for no reason. I don't get getting mad about sports. I used to get mad about sports. And here's what happened. When the Green Bay Packers won the... what was it they won? They won the Super Bowl in 2010. I was mad, blah, blah, blah. So I kicked my shoe against the wall and it bounced off the window. No. There were two moments I was mad. The first moment, I was watching the 2009 Arizona Cardinals lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the game was going on until about 9:30, and my dad picks me up at my friend's house and goes, "You have to go now. You have to go now. The game's over. The game's over." And then Ben Roethlisberger has that legendary play where he hit Santonio Holmes in the corner or whatever. And we're driving home, and the funniest part is we turn on the game on the radio, and the announcer goes, "Oh my God, do you believe in miracles? This is the craziest thing I've ever seen." So when I got home, I kicked my shoe, and it hit. There were 2 layers to my window in my living room, and it hit the first layer of the window. So like the window wasn't completely cracked. Then the second time I got mad at sports was when the Green Bay Packers won the Super Bowl in 2010, and I broke a dish because my dad's like, "No, you got to go do the dishes." So moral of the story, it's not that big of a deal. Don't get mad at sports.
Beyonce is postponing her announcement due to the Los Angeles wildfires.
Here's my thing. A lot of people are postponing what they're doing because of the wildfires. I personally, during the hurricane, kept putting out content, and people said, "I'm glad there was content during a time of tribulation and just having to grind." Maybe putting out content will help somebody take their mind off of things while they're driving to their center where they're living with their house burned down. I don't know.
The Grammy winner shares that her announcement, expected on January 14th, has been delayed in the wake of the wildfires that have affected multiple areas of Southern California. She says in a statement shared to her Instagram, quote, "The January 14th announcement will be postponed to a later date due to the devastation caused by the ongoing wildfires around areas of Los Angeles."
What's funny is she thinks that people would notice.
She adds, "I continue to pray for healing and rebuilding for the families suffering from trauma and loss. We are so blessed to have brave first responders who continue to work tirelessly to protect the Los Angeles community." Beyonce's latest statement comes on the heels of her foundation announcing their support for relief efforts in the city, sharing this message to Instagram on January 12th and writing, quote, "Los Angeles, we stand with you. Be Good is taking action by announcing the LA Fire Relief Fund with a donation of $2.5 million.
Listen, I love that these celebrities are helping out. But when you have to tell us what you're doing, it feels like you're doing it more for the clout than actually helping people.
They continue, the fund is earmarked to aid families in the Altadena, Pasadena area who lost their homes, and to churches and community centers to address the immediate needs of those affected by the wildfires.
All right. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Jeff Baina's loved ones share insight into his most precious memories before his death. In his obituary published by the Miami Herald, Jeff's life work and passion for storytelling and filmmaking is described in detail to honor his life. When explaining his body of work, it reads, "Each of his films reflects a carefully crafted balance of the logical and the implausible."
This is the husband of Aubrey Plaza.
His juxtaposition of intellect and creativity challenged us. Before adding of his films,
it just shows that you never know what someone's going through because he lived a life.
He loved nature and highlighted it cinematographically in his films whenever and wherever possible. The obituary goes on to list his most notable films, including I Heart Huckabees, Life After Beth, and Spin Me Round, most of which his wife, Aubrey Plaza, starred in. His work was not only limited to films, however, as he
There was a picture that they're showing on here because it's audio, so I have to describe it. That's how radio works. She looked like she really loved him.
Directed and executive produced the Showtime series Cinema Toast, as it notes, to fill the void left by the suspension of movie making during the COVID lockdown. As for Jeff's personal life, he was known for bringing people together, especially friends he knew as far back as elementary school. Jeff was a true relationship builder with a gift for bringing people together on and off the movie set. His magic sauce was ensuring everyone was having fun and no one ever left his get-togethers as a stranger. Jeff died by suicide on January 3rd, according to Los Angeles Medical Examiner records. Just over a week after the director's passing at the age of 47, his wife Aubrey Plaza has seemingly deactivated her Instagram as she mourns the death of her late husband.
Oh, I'm sure dudes were sliding in that DM. Which, I'm going to give you advice. Sliding into DMs 10 years ago worked. It doesn't now.
Aubrey and the Baina Stern family said in a statement obtained by E! News on January 6th following his passing, "This is an unimaginable tragedy. We are deeply grateful to everyone who has offered support. Please respect our privacy during this time."
Yeah, getting off of social media definitely lets us know to respect your privacy. Go Minnesota Vikings! Oh, did they choke last night? I was hoping there would be lyrics. I was just guessing there was a Minnesota Vikings song.
Vikings, let's win this game. Skol, Vikings, honor your name.
No, Sam Darnold will choke like he always does.
Get that first down, then get a touchdown. Rock 'em, suck 'em, fight, 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 fight.
I feel bad for Minnesota Viking fans. They're always suffering.
Go Vikings, run up the score. You'll hear us yell for more. V-I-K-I-N-G-S. Skol, Vikings, let's go.
And then the next sound after that was... I really wanted the Vikings to win last night. What an awful weekend of wild card games. Nothing was close. Besides the Bucs game. Of course, the game of the team I'm actually rooting for was the one that was a good game. My God, I don't know what's going on with the NFL. There's so much parity. Like, I'm not going to critique professional athletes, but Sam Darnold, you had one job. I've lost so much interest in football, man. I miss the days of Ben Roethlisberger, besides his raping thing. Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, Tom Brady, Drew Brees. Before we get to this next headline, let's let this music play out. I saw this next headline here, and this really interested me.
All right, let's get to the boost, Savannah. This one's for you. We're talking the Philadelphia Eagles. Wide receiver A.J. Brown went viral for this sideline moment. He was caught on camera reading on the bench.
So you, Jenna.
Y'all, it happened during the second half of yesterday's wildcard game. The page turner, it's called Inner Excellence. Train your mind for extraordinary performance and the best possible life. Well, guess what? It worked. We know the Eagles beat the Packers.
I've never seen that.
Isn't that great? And here's what Brown had to say in the locker room right after the game.
That's a book that I bring every single game. And,
and people were hating on him for reading during a game. He's putting his body on the line. He can do what he wants.
My teammates call it a recipe. That's the first time I heard that y'all got me on camera. But,
all right, leave him alone. 856-49-HOPPY. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. You can always email me, RyanHoppyRadio@gmail.com. This show's for the hardworking average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the Midwest or the UK or Florida. As long as you're listening to my voice, that's all that matters. We have so much to get into. So we will be right back on Happy Hour after this. If you're listening on the radio, don't touch that dial. If you're listening on a podcasting platform after searching Happy Radio, keep listening. Spread the word. We'll be right back. Hang on.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppy in the morning.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppy of Hoppy Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Like a mop, cause my squad got hands of steel. Hoes love it when we crank it, so my team got sex appeal. Walking out, now that's the deal. Then you crank the Roosevelt. Move my legs, shake my dreads, now I know the hoes are milk. Disrespect me super soaking, I ain't talking water toy. Got them screaming, you can do it, like I was the water boy.
Already know, it's your boy prime time, and I came to crank my dance. In the club, fresh as fuck, you see the creases on my penny. Got these hoes choosing me, cause I'm looking real fly. Then I heard they walk it out, so I bent my knees and rock my hips. Looking at this sexy girl, yeah, little mama caught my eyes. And then she caught me by surprise, she started juking. Now I'm choosing, oh shit, she really moving. PLP, that beat is sick, I'm pussy line up for the pimp.
Why me crank that Roosevelt? Why me crank that Roosevelt? Why me crank that, why me crank that, why me crank that Roosevelt? Now Eastside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. Why me crank that Roosevelt? Why me crank that Roosevelt? Why me crank that, why me crank that, why me crank that Roosevelt? Now Eastside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. We gon' bring the Roosevelt and put your dance out in community.
juking. About 4 songs, so she is choosing. Watch me do it as I crank the Roosevelt. Keep it fuck up in the club with a bunch of groupie hoes. Guaranteed I'll snap my fingers, hoses up and out they clothes. Why me crank that Roosevelt? Why me crank that Roosevelt? Why me crank that? Why me crank that? Why me crank that Roosevelt? Now Eastside walk it up. Eastside walk it up. Eastside walk it up. Eastside walk it up. Why me crank that Roosevelt? Why me crank that Roosevelt? Why me crank that? Why me crank that? Why me crank that Roosevelt? Now Eastside walk it up. Eastside walk it up. Eastside walk it up. Eastside walk it up.
Well, it's the Roosevelt we crank like we all intoxicated. PLP we beat too deep and all these niggas love to hate it. It's a rap. Once we snap, crack and pop it on the scene. Watch me do the jumping jack as I crank my shoulder lean. Serving sauces to these hoes like my name is Jimmy Dean. PLP, yeah, we hiding on fire like kerosene. I'm drunk and fuck, jumping around like double dutch and watch me crank the Roosevelt like I do hoes in the butt.
Crank that Roosevelt, and I ain't talking Franklin D. As I crank that dance, bounce your ass right in front of me. Yeah, your boy lay back, I stay relaxed and posted in the club. Don't play tricks with niggas dead, but gotta show the kids to love. Just do it. Knocking signs and advertisements, that's on billboards. When my niggas hit the stage, yeah, my dance to kill yours.
Oh, sure.
Roll you up like covers and leaves.
PLP would crank that Roosevelt.
Not like stays at hotels.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Happy Hour will be right back. Happy Hour will be right back. Happy Hour will be right back.
Air horn time, along with the beat drop. Ready? This following segment has been brought to you by the best printing company in all the Bay Area, westchaseprinting.com. Business cards, posters, yard signs, whatever the hell you need. Go to westchaseprinting.com. And when you get that invoice, you know what I want you to do? I want you to tell him that I sent you and he'll hook you up. Oh my God, I'm running late. Train, please don't leave without me.
Doors closing.
Now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Hoppe Hour!
Hey, what's up? I'm Woody. That's Greg Gorey.
What's up?
Menace.
Hi.
Gina Grad.
Hey.
Seabass. There's Sammy.
Hello.
We are The Woody Show.
Yeah.
And you are listening to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
People often argue over Android versus iPhones. But the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppe Hour. Guess who wins? We will let you decide. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Lights are bright, the nights alive. Ryan Hoppe's where we thrive. Laugh and chat until we're free. Hoppe Hour, just you and me. Drinks are cold, the vibe is right. We won't stop until daylight. Raise your glass, let's make a toast. Ryan Hoppe, he's our host. Hoppe Hour, party time. Dancing rhythm, every line. Friendship, laughter, that's the key. Ryan Hoppe sets us free.
856 49 Hobby. 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Feeling good.
Oh, you know me. RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. Let's get back to the show.
Share happy hour, we're all there. Clinking glasses, shower right with wine.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
My first priority is, to be a mom, to be a first lady,
and to bang the pool boy,
be a wife. And once we are in on January 20, it's you serve the country.
Melania Trump is revealing for the first time if she will be joining President-elect Donald Trump at the White House full-time once he starts his second term.
They are the definition of a loveless marriage.
Trump at the White House full-time once he starts his second term. The incoming First Lady sat down for an interview with Fox News that aired on Fox and Friends on January 13th and revealed she will be splitting her time between Washington, D.C., Florida, and New York.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be around him that long.
I will be in the White House, and, when I need to be in New York, I will be in New York. When
I need to be with the side dude I bang, I'll go to L.A.
I need to be in Palm Beach, I will be in Palm Beach. But my first priority is, to be a mom.
She probably views Barron as the only good thing about being married to Trump.
Be a first lady, to be a wife.
Mm-hmm.
And once we are in on January 20, it's you serve the country.
She also commented for the first time on if her son Barron Trump will join them at the White House.
I think he will come and visit, yes.
Will he bring his friends? Is it fun? Does he feel comfortable to bring friends?
Yeah, whatever he would like to do, yes. I feel that as a children, we have them till they are like 18, 19 years old. We teach them, we guide them, and then we give them the wings to fly. And I always respect Barron's yes and no.
This is going to piss off all my MAGA listeners, but I think she's probably the better mom in that situation, or the better parent.
And what he likes to do, where he would like to be.
The 18-year-old is set to start his first year at New York University's Stern School of Business in the fall. A source told People in December that Barron will not be living on campus and will live at Trump Towers instead. And as far as her transition back into the White House, Melania told Fox it will be easier this time around.
I know where I will be going. I know the rooms where we will be living. I know the process. The first time was challenging. We didn't have much of the information. The information was upheld for us.
That was also before the hush money case.
From previous administration. But this time I have everything.
Whatever. Speaking of the previous administration before Trump, or I don't know if she's talking about, what do you call it? Biden or not. But Michelle Obama's going to skip Donald Trump's inauguration.
Michelle Obama will not be attending President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration on...
I kind of get it. All his supporters say that she has a penis. Why would she want to go?
January 20th, the Office for the Obamas put out a statement that reads, former President Barack Obama is confirmed to attend the 60th inaugural ceremonies. Former First Lady Michelle Obama will not attend the upcoming inauguration.
And that's all we'll talk about it. But I'm wondering if she's maybe a little mad that her husband was talking to him.
Next up, Will Ferrell, the hilarious actor, stopped by the latest episode of Jason and Travis Kelce's podcast, New Heights, and channeling his most beloved characters, Will told the guys about his decision to bring back Buddy the Elf. Did you see this?
I don't know why. I thought Will Ferrell was funny 20 years ago. Now it's just so I'm not saying it's fake, because I don't want to be a curmudgeon, but it's just so I don't know. Look at Anchorman 2. It wasn't as good as the first.
This is amazing. I was at a Kings game lately. He brought Buddy the Elf as a disgruntled spectator at a hockey game.
That fake laughter on the Today Show is not it.
Buddy the Elf got laid off, I think. From the North Pole. I said, gosh, over the break, you know what? It'd be funny if I just got a Buddy the Elf costume and didn't shave for a week, and and I'm just sitting there with a candy cigarette. It's just a candy cigarette, and I'm just gonna sit there for a period and see how people react. And that was it.
Wow. Well,
Yeah, you were looking for attention.
We were all reacting like, what is going on?
All right, enough of the Today Show. Here's this.
I hear music everywhere.
Travis Kelce teases Taylor Swift's next era.
I'm wondering where this relationship's going to go. If they're going to last forever and ever, or if it'll be the biggest breakup ever.
Athlete has a cryptic response on the January 13th episode of the Pat McAfee Show, when the host jokes he's expecting new music about Tay's boyfriend soon. The Kansas City Chiefs tight end says this.
Have you heard any? Do you get are you a test deer?
I can't say.
Yeah, he's really trained. Like, if this was Jason Kelce dating Taylor, he'd be like, yeah, I heard it last night.
Any of that. I can't say that. I hear music everywhere.
And while Trav, who is the suspected
So yeah, he's heard new music.
inspiration behind Taylor's songs So High School and The Alchemy, stays tight-lipped on exactly what he means by that.
Here's the thing. I was thinking about it. It's got to be weird performing music about all your exes. Like, if I were to make music about exes, it was a bisexual girl who pretended to like men. And then the other one would be, I don't know. What I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is like, when you make music about your exes, you're just reliving the pain every time.
We think he knows something.
Okay, let's just say you're hanging out. Having a little dinner.
Hanging out.
No, we're having a little dinner. All of a sudden, the creative juice sparks in the absolute beast that you're sitting with, who is going to go down as maybe the most famous icon in the history of music.
That's a little ass kissing there.
And she starts thinking something, and you go, "Ooh, I like that." Are you a motivator at every single time?
Oh, come on now, you know it. I'll never chime in, but you already know it's full. I'm here to support it.
Hell yeah. Hopefully you don't cheat.
Here to see where it can go. You know what I mean?
Taylor seemingly gets brought up again during the interview when Pat hints at whether or not the Grammy winner will be in the house when Kansas City plays the Houston Texans at Saturday's playoff game, to which Travis delivers this response.
Is there going to be an aura in that place? A little extra? You know what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. You know it, baby. You know it's playoff football, man.
Hey, is she undefeated? Hey, she rolls in that stadium. I just want to let you know what live bettors do. They see her walk into that stadium, immediately open the phone. It's like,
all right, I'm getting bored. If I'm bored, you are bored is my saying. 856-49-HOPPY. So on most other radio shows, they talk about the X's and O's of the NFL. Here we break you the X's and O's, and I'm talking about the water hose. Any other show would be talking about how Patrick Mahomes needs to play on Sunday. I'm talking about the birth of his baby. You know what I mean? Oh, sure. Yeah.
Happy Hot Topic!
Brittany Mahomes gives birth to baby number 3.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to have any more kids.
The 29-year-old reveals she's welcomed a baby girl on social media.
That's a lot of kids to have in your 20s for being a millennial. The kid's name is Golden Ray Mahomes. So there's that. And then there's this.
Taylor Swift is sharing some subtle support for Brittany and Patrick Mahomes after the couple welcomed their third baby. The Grammy Award-winning singer drops a like on Brittany's Instagram post January 13th, which announces the birth of her third child, daughter Golden Ray. Her post reveals that the little one arrived one day prior on Sunday, January 12th, joining 3-year-old sister Sterling and 2-year-old brother Bronze. Brittany and Taylor have become close since the pop star began dating Travis Kelce in 2023.
We know.
Who plays on the Kansas City Chiefs with Brittany's
We know.
husband, Patrick.
We know.
The two are often spotted together in the stands, cheering on their respective partners as they play NFL games, and are spotted together at after parties and events. As Brittany and Patrick forged their new bond with their infant daughter, Golden Ray, the Sports Illustrated model previously detailed how she and the NFL star found the inspiration for their kids' unique names. And it comes down to a tradition first started with their dogs, Steel and Silver. She writes in an Instagram story in April 2023, quote, "I got Steel in college and named him after that. We then got our second dog and was going to name her Sterling because it went with Steel perfect." She continues, quote, "Then I said, no, one day I want that to be my daughter's name. So then we came up with Silver to go."
Whatever. Good for them for having kids. I don't ever want to have kids. I can't have kids because I got a vasectomy. So a lot of times when there's these things that are really boring, and talking about kids, I just tune out. 856-49-HOPPY. Here's some good news.
Kate Middleton is visiting patients and staff at the same hospital she received cancer treatment. The Princess of Wales.
Meghan Markle wishes she had the class of Kate Middleton. Just being honest.
Makes her first royal outing of the year with a visit to the Royal Marsden Hospital, where she received cancer treatment last year. During the visit, the 43-year-old royal personally thanked the hospital staff and took the time to speak with patients receiving treatment of their own.
Meghan Markle would have been like, "I'll cook for you."
Just hours after visiting the hospital, Kate shares a positive update about her own health journey to social media, writing, quote, "I wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you to the Royal Marsden for looking after me so well during the past year." She continues, "It is a relief to now be in remission, and I remain focused on recovery. As anyone who has experienced a cancer diagnosis will know, it takes time to adjust to a new normal."
Yeah, I hope I never get it, but my dad and my uncle died of it, so I've seen it.
"I am, however, looking forward to a fulfilling year ahead. There is much to look forward to. Thank you to everyone for your continued support." Kensington Palace says in a statement to The Independent on January 14th, quote, "The princess wanted to make the journey to both show her gratitude to the incredible team, but also highlight the world-leading care and treatment the Marsden provides." In photos and videos from the visit, Kate can be seen sitting with both patients and medical staff. Additionally, Kate's visit came with the announcement that she will join her husband, Prince William, as a patron for the medical center, as an advocate for cancer research, treatments, and care for patients. The mother of three, who shares George, Charlotte, and Louis with Prince William, underwent her own surgery at the hospital last January.
So she's doing good. All right. Let's take a break. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Happy Radio. You can always email me, RyanHappyRadio@gmail.com. This show is for the hardworking average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the U.S. or the U.K. As long as you're listening, that's all that matters. Coming up next, we'll talk about Hillary Duff and Mandy Moore. We'll talk about that piece of garbage, Chase Chrisley, the loser son of the Chrisleys, Carrie Underwood, and much more. We'll be right back. Hang on!
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppy in the morning.
RyanHappyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
Happy Hour will be right back.
That's me. This following segment has been brought to you by Rich Cayley Master Barbershop at richcapebarber.com. He's at 4545 West Kennedy Boulevard, and that is in Tampa. When you sign up at richcapebarber.com and you tell him I sent you, he'll hook you up.
Doors closing.
It's Happy Hour!
Hey, radio listener, it's Kevin Klein from Klein Alley Show on 106.7 K-Rock in Los Angeles. Perhaps you've never heard of us, maybe you have, but who cares? You're listening to Happy Hour with my boy, Ryan Hoppe. Good guy, way too tall. Definitely a product of incest.
If being bipolar and having ADHD was a radio show, it would be Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Happy in the morning, tune in and you'll see Ryan Hoppe's got the magic. It's live on your frequency. Happy Hour with Ryan. Start your day with a cheer. Turn that dial to Hoppe. We'll make your morning clear. Join us for the laughter, music and good vibes. Ryan's got the answers to brighten up your ride. Happy Hour with Ryan. Start your day with a cheer. Turn that dial to Hoppe. We'll make your morning clear. News and jokes together. Make your mornings bright. Live with Ryan Hoppe. We're setting things just right. Happy Hour with Ryan. Start your day with a cheer. Turn that dial to Hoppe. We'll make your morning clear.
856-49 Hoppe. It's 856-494-6773. You could tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me. RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com.
Happy Hot Topic!
The FBI makes an unexpected visit to Ben Affleck's neighborhood. Over the weekend, federal agents and local law enforcement from the LA County Sheriff's Department pay a visit to the Hollywood actor's neighborhood as part of an investigation related to the ongoing Los Angeles wildfires. A spokesperson for the FBI tells E! News, quote, members of the FBI's Ground Intercept Task Force are conducting activity in the area of the Palisades fire relative to unauthorized drone activity.
Yeah, drones are out of control.
Agents and our local partners may be visible throughout the area, including at various residences for this reason. Photos obtained by TMZ appear to show officers outside Ben's house, which is located near the Palisades. The FBI would not confirm to E! whether they were specifically at Ben's home.
Yeah, the FBI has to keep some things private.
E! News has reached out to Ben's
for comment and didn't hear back, right?
Rep for comment, but has not yet heard back.
I need to stop saying that. It makes you sound like a loser. We're trying to reach out.
And while the FBI did not share specifics regarding the unauthorized drone activity, on January 9th, a private drone struck a Canadian firefighting plane, resulting in damage to the government property. The firefighting aircraft was assisting ground support in battling the wildfires that have been raging in Los Angeles for the past week, with many structures from the Pacific Palisades to Pasadena and beyond being destroyed. With Ben being close to the Pacific Palisades, he evacuated his home on January 7th and was headed to see his ex-wife, Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, he loves being around his exes.
Who's also the mother to his 3 children, Serafina, Violet, and Samuel. Ben returned home days later with his house untouched by the wildfires.
He's one of the lucky ones.
And while their homes are currently marked safe, the fires have made a terrible impact on the family. Jennifer Garner shared with MSNBC on January 10th that she lost someone due to the fires.
I did lose a friend who did not get out in time. And, how has it been for you just to see all this?
What a dumb question. She just said she knew someone had died. Then they said, how does that feel?
How has it been for you just to see all this?
Terrible. Fucking moron.
It's just, my heart bleeds for my friends. I mean, I can think of 100 families and there are 5,000 homes lost. without even, I could just write out a list of 100 friends who lost their homes. It's just.
All right. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. The media can be so stupid.
Happy Hot Topic!
Hillary Duff opens up her home to Mandy Moore amid the LA wildfires.
Oh, you have to have that diva in your house. It's a nice deed, but, she's really needy.
Mandy and her husband and 3 kids who recently had to evacuate from their home in Altadena amid the devastating fires are staying with the Lizzie McGuire alum and her husband, Matthew Coma, amid the crisis.
Remember when she was married to that hockey player that cheated on her? Mm-hmm.
Mandy's brother-in-law, Griffin Goldsmith, who lost his family home and is expecting a baby with wife Kit Goldsmith in
Yeah, that's frightening. You're expecting a kid right around this time.
just a few weeks, opens up about Hillary and Matthew's generosity during the difficult time. Alongside a carousel of images of damage from the fire on Instagram, Griffin writes in part, "Our dear friends Matthew Coma and Hillary Duff thought it was wise to set up a GoFundMe for us to help with everything moving forward. Not to mention they are currently housing my brother's family," adding they've taken care of my entire family from the moment this began. I will never be able to thank them adequately. This is the kindest act any human could do for another.
Hell yeah, Hillary always seemed like a class act.
They're the most beautiful, selfless people we've ever known. In a January 8th Instagram post, Mandy revealed that her family home was miraculously still standing, though opened up about the devastation to her community, writing, "I love you, Altadena. Grateful for my family and pets getting out last night before it was too late." Adding, "Honestly, I'm in shock and feeling numb for all so many have lost, including my family. My children's school is gone. Our favorite restaurants leveled. So many friends and loved ones have lost everything too. Our community is broken, but we will be here to rebuild together."
Hell yeah. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. Here is Hugh Jackman's ex-beard. I'm just kidding. Why did I say beard? Because I think he's gay.
Happy Hot Topic!
Deborah Lee Furness steps out with her daughter amid headlines about Hugh Jackman and his new girlfriend. A little over a week after the actress's ex-husband debuted his relationship with Sutton Foster,
That really bothers that ex-beard, that he has a new beard.
Deborah makes an appearance with her 19-year-old daughter Ava at the Australian Open on January 14th. For their outing, Deborah can be seen in a violet silk collared shirt and blue-tinted sunglasses, while Ava sports a black and brown mini dress with a pendant choker.
She looks really confused, like most Gen Z people.
While the mother-daughter duo were enjoying an afternoon of tennis, Hugh, who also shares 23-year-old son Oscar with Deborah, was packing on the PDA with Sutton at an In-N-Out in Los Angeles on January 12th.
It's very much, look at me. Look at me.
While rumors had been swirling about a possible romance between the Broadway co-stars, nothing was confirmed until Hugh and Sutton were seen walking hand in hand after enjoying a low-key dinner date in Santa Monica, California on January 6th. Their new relationship comes just 3 months after Sutton filed for divorce from Ted after more than a year together.
Yeah, you must feel really weird to be replaced by a Hugh Jackman.
Meanwhile, Hugh and Deborah Lee announced their split back in September of 2023 after 27 years of marriage. Despite their recent romantic debut, Hugh and Sutton have proven their close bond since performing together on Broadway in The Music Man between 2022 and 2023.
It seems like when you make a movie with somebody or a Broadway show, that's when you meet somebody. It's how Ariana Grande ruined that one dude's marriage.
He recently supported Sutton during a run in the
I don't care. I'm glad he's supporting his girlfriend. Cool story, bro. We all care. Then there's this.
Country music star Carrie Underwood is expected to perform at Donald Trump's second presidential inauguration next
And I saw people were offended. Who cares? Life's too short.
week. Fox News reports it was confirmed by a spokesperson.
Of course, Fox News would be the one reporting it.
For the inaugural committee, news of her performance began circulating after political reporter Matthew Foldy shared a picture on X of the program for the inauguration. Underwood is set to sing America the Beautiful after J.D. Vance takes his oath of office and before Trump takes the presidential oath of office.
Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Trump, but please, Donald Trump, if you're listening to my show, please don't die. We don't want J.D. Vance as president.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Hey, listen, I got a new dance for y'all. They got that Superman, that Batman. What y'all know about that Peter Pan? Hey, let go. Slide to the right, slow it up, crank that motorbike. Stop, walk it out, do my dance, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan? Then you slide to the left, two-step, crank that Roosevelt. Do it by yourself, with no hand, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, so they need to stop it. Jig with it, not free, pop, lock and drop it. Man, I'm fly in this thing, no doubt. It's a route, we make it rain. They clear it out, now snap. This a flash flood warning, man, my niggas got money. And I laugh at broke niggas, cause all them hoes funny. When I stuff up in the dough, bitches hold they man hand. Follow me to the floor, cause it's time to do my dance. Got your man eyeballing like the way I do my thing. Wanna buy me a drink, like his name was T-Pain. Man, my whole clip fly, like in Neverland. Everybody, everywhere, gonna crank that Peter Pan, yup. Slide to the right, slow it up, crank that motorbike. Stop, walk it out, do my dance, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan? Then you slide to the left, two-step, crank that Roosevelt. Do it by yourself, with no hand, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan?
I make them stop, drop, and roll, cause that nigga, he on fire. If I hate to tell you different, then damn it, he a lie. I ain't even gotta try, dancing in my blood. 4-5 on my side, so that nigga still a throw. I'ma crank that Michael Jackson, hee, crank that Thriller too. Everybody clear the flow, why me, this is what I do. 1-2 step, Steve Harvey with them square toe. Mustard lame niggas on the wall with them square hoe. I'ma take it back to heartbeats, call me Eddie Kane. Twinkle toe, Fred Flintstone, watch me do my thing. Cat William with it, baseball bat, then I hopscotch. Roosevelt, let's shout it from the back, if she top notch.
Slide to the right, slow it up, crank that motorbike. Stop, walk it out, do my dance, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan? Then you slide to the left, two-step, crank that Roosevelt. Do it by yourself, with no hand, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan?
The sound is so sweet, like Willy Wonka made it. My mama say the dance is all too complicated. I said, mama, the music on like jumper cables. Turn the music on and do it like me, baby. Hey, bartender, pour me up a big cup into the DJ, man. Turn that bitch up, crank that bitch up and let me see you, Peter Pan. Got more wood in your mouth than Derek Jeter's hand. I'm talking to the pussy niggas standing on the wall. The club is a gym, bitch, and we came here to ball. You always come and never do shit, that's why I fuck with the white around your lips.
Slide to the right, slow it up, crank that motorbike. Stop, walk it out, do my dance, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan? Then you slide to the left, two-step, crank that Roosevelt. Do it by yourself, with no hand, crank that Peter Pan. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance, why me crank my Peter Pan?
They say you skin peanut butter, so I get the Peter Pan on. Women looking at me like that boy think he the man, home. Other niggas trying it, but they got the whole dance wrong with both thumbs out. About to fly to Neverland, home. boy can't rap, but how many records did he sell? So keep them niggas dancing, that's what's gonna make your record sell. I just made a song by the motherfucking fairy tale.
Slide to the right, sew it up, crank that motorbike, stop, walk it out, do my dance, crank that Peter.
Hell yeah.
My Peter Pan, why me crank my Peter Pan? Man, these hoes can't do my dance.
Got it.
Crank my Peter Pan. Slide to the left, 2-step, crank that Roosevelt.
Yeah.
By yourself, with no hand, crank that Peter Pan.
That's the plan.
Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Crank my Peter Pan.
Yeah.
These hoes can't do my dance. Why me crank my Peter Pan? Yup.
Happy Hour will be right back. Happy Hour will be right back. Happy Hour will be right back.
This following segment has been brought to you by Strange Clouds of Clearwater, 2222 Main Street. And that is in Clearwater. Delta 8, THCA flower, mushrooms, the magic mushrooms, kava kratom, whatever the hell you need. Go to Strange Clouds of Clearwater at 2222 Main Street and tell them I sent you. Also, I am recording live from the chill room of Pinellas Park, which is run by my good friend Frank the Cabo G. They are at 6709 49th Street North in Pinellas Park, 727-827-2339. If you ever want to sit in on maybe 25 minutes of a recording of Happy Hour, hit me up. All right. Let's get back to the show. We got a little time left here.
Doors closing.
Now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour!
Hey, this is Frank Kramer from the Heidi and Frank Show on 95.5 KLOS in Los Angeles, and you are listening to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe. You see what he did there? Happy Hour. I love that guy.
Happy Hour, where your medical card is required to listen.
Ryan Hoppe's on the mic, and he's not holding back. This is Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Wake up, folks, it's time to shine. Tune in now to Hoppe's line. Tall tales of love and news divine with Ryan Hoppe standing 6'9". Got those silver gossip skills, dishing all the thrills and chills. Midday talk that pays the bills. Happy Hour's got the skills. Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe, sing it loud.
856.
Oh, it's DJ.
I am tall, 6'9".
We're proud.
You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Big old crowd.
You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com.
Dating tips to make you swoon.
Wow! Happy Hot Topic!
What the hell happened to Jimmy Kimmel? He became a liberal bitch.
From Hollywood,
Yeah.
it's Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Kissing ass to celebrities.
Chastain, Golden Globe winner Patricia Arquette,
Yeah.
and music from Childish Gambino.
That's just his opening. I felt like playing that. Listen, Jimmy Kimmel cries a lot, and it's just such a bad look for men. I'm not saying men can't cry, but he was crying about the wildfires, and it's just like, dude, it's just so weird. It just doesn't feel real, man. You went from doing the man show, and I'm not saying people can't change, but you go from doing the man show to this.
Wow! Happy Hot Topic!
As you know, it has been
Very scary, very stressful, very strange week here in LA, where we work, where we live, where our kids go to school.
Jimmy Kimmel got emotional on Monday as he returned to TV for the first time since.
It's like, I get that you are sad about it. It's sad, but it's like when you're crying, you're honestly just like, I don't know. It's just not a good look, man. It's just, you're not being very much a leader.
Since the wildfires began in California, the late-night talk show host sharing video of how close the fires came to their studio.
We are back in our studio, which we had to evacuate on Wednesday. This is...
Oh, man, it didn't hit your show. I'm kidding.
That's our building right there, the El Capitan. That is how close this fire was to our theater here. Many of us had to leave our homes in a hurry. Some of our coworkers lost their homes.
All right. I don't even feel like playing it. It's just, I don't know. I get that he's showing emotion, and I get that. I'm not trying to sound insensitive. I don't always want to be this loud shock jock. Hate that word. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you need a leader.
It's a very dark, negative business. And some people love like the gladiator aspect of it. You know, the fight that was never me.
Ivanka Trump is opening up about why she's not returning to the White House with her father, President-elect Donald Trump.
It's the unspoken thing, but Trump has said a lot of creepy things about her, and I'll load up the comments. But it's a thing that Mega doesn't talk about. Here's the thing. Is whenever Biden does something, the right-wing media rips into it, but when Trump does something, you hear crickets.
As Donald Trump is making his way to his second term as president of the United States, his daughter appears on the Him and Her podcast, where she reveals her choice for taking a step away this time around.
The main reason I am not going back to serve now is I know the cost, and it's a price that I'm not willing to make my kids bear.
Good. You're actually a good mom.
Have people given you pushback for that, for not coming back?
Oh, I mean, I get the question a lot. And there's also like a lack.
I feel bad that Trump's her dad.
It's both people I served alongside of and also people who are just incredulous to how could you not, which to me, it really feels like it's very easy to make a decision when it aligns around your core values.
Yeah.
And
she doesn't like her dad.
Her
dad touches her weird.
Highest, most core value is family. And my kids were much younger, so it was easier to not be present. But when you have kids that are teenagers, about to be teenagers.
And the thing is that a lot of people are going to hate them just because of their grandpa.
Your physical presence matters so much.
Ivanka, who served as an advisor during Trump's first term, then goes on to share that she, quote, hates politics.
I love policy and impact. I hate politics. And unfortunately, the two are not separable. There is a darkness to that world that I don't really want to welcome into mine.
Yeah, Donald probably doesn't like this.
To some degree, I'm, at the center of the storm because my father is about to be president. But it's a very dark, negative business. And some people love like the gladiator aspect of it. The fight that was never me.
And finally, the 43-year-old gives her perspective on what people can expect from her father in his next presidency.
Same old stuff.
He's got so much energy and support and excitement. And I think the 4 years has really allowed him to calibrate.
Grow up.
How he wants to spend this next 4 years. And he's incredibly excited and enthusiastic. And I think about, my role the first time was very different. We were like the pioneers. Nobody was really knew what to do with him.
Yeah, it's kind of the definition of Trump.
As a political figure. And now there's so many capable people around him, many of whom we've worked with in the past, almost all of whom we know very well.
All right, so there's that, and here's what our future president has said about his daughter for 1 minute and 14 seconds.
Disappointing, really disappointing, not really. But it would depend on what was inside the magazine.
Let me rewind this. I skipped a little too forward. They have that stupid music right here. Sorry, guys. Show's not perfect. Neither am I.
It would be really
This is about Ivanka posing in Playboy. I might have to give some context. We're 2 hours and 15 minutes in. Be patient. So this is about Trump saying if Ivanka was in Playboy.
really disappointing. Not really. But it would depend on what was inside the magazine. I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Listen to me. If you are a father out there, can you imagine saying that about your daughter?
I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
What do you say?
I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Yeah, that's our president. He also brought her to an event at Planet Hollywood in 1993 around Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah, if that wasn't him on TV, I wonder what he says behind closed doors. Let me see here. This video is not the greatest. Here's Trevor Noah.
I have never been so grateful for an ellipsis in my life.
You know who's one of the great beauties of the world, according to everybody, and I helped create her? Who? Ivanka. My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body. Yeah, she's hot.
That's Howard Stern.
She's got marvelous legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell.
All right. And then it says what he has in common with Ivanka.
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Yeah, this is our president. MAGA, Salem Media, all the right-wingers cover this up. Can you imagine if Biden said this?
He would be
Or Obama.
incredible for women in this country. And
Yeah. It wasn't the greatest video, but you get the point. 856-49-HOPPY.
Happy hot topic.
Do not touch me. Do not touch me.
I don't have to
Okay, what's going on
I don't have to touch you.
Sounds like a drunken moron. Oh, wait, it is. It's Chase Chrisley, that spoiled brat.
There's a guest I'm trying to ask to leave politely. He's being a little aggressive. And he actually assaulted me with his hand in the chair.
This is the manager that Chase Chrisley attacked, calling 911.
And he actually assaulted me with his hand in the chair. Now he's in my face.
Sounds like a bitch.
The Chrisley camp is back in the headlines, but this time it's their son Chase in handcuffs.
Yeah, the whole Chrisley family should just be behind bars. They're a bunch of lizards.
Oh, no.
The growing up Chrisley star arrested in Atlanta on January 6th after allegedly slapping the manager of a sports bar. According to
You are a bitch and you slap like a bitch.
Of a sports bar. According to Atlanta police, Chase was reportedly drunk at a Twin Peaks sports bar on January 6th.
That's the saddest sentence I've ever heard, being drunk at a Twin Peaks. We know he wasn't there to look at the women.
And refused to leave when asked.
There's a guest I'm trying to ask to leave politely. He's being a little aggressive. And he actually assaulted me with his hand in the chair.
I assaulted you. You sound like a bitch, just like your dad.
In my face.
Things took a turn when the 28-year-old allegedly slapped the manager twice, once during the 911 call.
I just can't imagine being that, like, pretentious. Like, these rich and elite think they're better than us. It's like, you're another morbid human being. You're another person that's going to die someday and that crap's in the morning. We don't care. And by the way, you shouldn't even be walking around confidently. Your dad's a loser and so is your mom.
He just slapped me in the face again.
You say he just slapped you in the face?
Yeah. He's leaving the building now, but yeah, he just slapped me in the face.
E.T. obtained the docs.
He's smiling because he knows he's going to get away with it, but maybe not. Your dad did it. Or your moron of a mom.
E.T. obtained the docs. Chase was charged with simple battery on January 9th and released on a $10,000 bond.
You look like a robber. People get shot for doing this.
But Chase's attorneys tell E.T. it's all one big misunderstanding. This incident has been entirely blown out of proportion. Chase was trying to close out his tab and leave.
That's not true. The lawyers are just lying. If you're trying to close out your tab, you wouldn't slap the manager. But you're not even a real man to punch. You slap because you're a bitch.
We will be independently investigating the situation.
And you will find out that he's a drunken moron. I just can't stand it anymore. I can't take it. These rich and elite acting like morons. I saw this headline, and I've often said that I think you should have to take a driving test every 10 years, but not in Illinois.
Happy Hot Topic!
A proposed bill looks to reduce the number of hoops senior drivers need to jump through to renew their licenses.
There should be hoops for senior drivers. They're terrible.
While also making Illinois roads safer.
Secretary of State Alexi Giannoulias drafted that bill and spoke out about it today. Courtney Spinelli, live in the West Loop with more on this. Courtney.
Good afternoon. Right now,
Again, the news can't fix this delay. I have AI that makes me a song in 5 seconds, but you can't fix this, you outdated morons. Do.
Good afternoon. Right now, Illinois is the only state in the nation to require a behind-the-wheel driver's test for seniors based on age. And while this bill wouldn't eliminate that entirely, it would change the age from 79 to 87. Now, drivers 81 to 86 would still need to visit a DMV every 2 years, a shorter renewal period, but no driving test would be required. Illinois is also one of only 5 states.
So it's pretty much just until death, because 87 is pretty old. That's when my grandpa died.
That does not allow immediate family members to report concerns about a relative's driving ability regardless of age. If passed, this would aim to prevent people from driving whose skills on the road may have declined due to cognitive or medical reasons. If a report is found to be credible, a driver would be required to submit a medical reevaluation report and or undergo retesting, which could include written, vision, and behind the wheel to keep their license. Secretary of State says data shows seniors remain among the safest drivers of any age category.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Maybe they're better in Illinois, but down here in Florida, not at all. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. This show is for the hard-working average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the U.S. or the U.K. As long as you're listening, that's all that matters. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
I turn nothing into something, crumbs into bricks. How could you sit there and act like I ain't the shit? Independence, leadership, that's what I'm about. Only 14 when I moved up out my mama's house. Mama knew I'd be alright, though she couldn't sleep, knowing the baby boy was in the streets all night. I could remember her calling me back home. Sorry, Mom, posted up until the cracks gone. Pops wonder around, I gotta be the backbone. Turn it soft into hard, flip it, bring the stacks home. I kid you not, I handled my biz as a kid. I practically lived on the block. Flip my little product, get back to the stove, then it's back to that stove. Weigh it up, package the old. Going to school with the smell of the crack in my clothes. A 25 stashed in my Joes. Please Please, nobody test me. This child is full of anger. Yes, I will pull this banger if I feel I'm in danger. It's a jungle where I'm from. The beef, I'm no stranger. You come around here bogus, they will change it, Charlotte. You heard about Chicago, then you know when them folks and brothers. I was cool with both of them, but I roll with the foes of them. I followed the footsteps of my older cousin Goonie. What he wanted, he just took it and made it his. Kidnaps and robberies, the judge hit him with 80 years. Now I'm out here looking for some shit to take. Big iron lurking like I ain't learned from his mistakes. If you was flipping weight, I'd sit up in your kitchen and wait for them chips dipped in your safe. Somebody please tell my moms don't worry, I'm 18, feeling like I'm going on 30. 100 niggas at my command, we so thirsty. We want a block, we taking it, no mercy. Nobody can touch us. Gino, Goldie, and Chico, my three brothers from different mothers, hustlers, but soon will fall victim to the gutter. They bump Chico, selling gay to an undercover. And we was warned at the time, but nothing could prepare me for the day they put Gino undercover. On my mother, I went nuts. Me and Goldie out gully every night, the deck getting synced up. But when the men who killed him got killed, I ain't feel no better. I'm 20, can't be in the field forever. Plus I got a baby on the way, gotta find another way to build this cheddar. Out of nowhere I learned to rap, put my life on paper and burn the track. This my blessing from God, ain't no turning back. And I'm treating this like the streets, it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, man. I'm 24 now. It's 10 years after I moved up out my mama's house. I went out and learned the world on my own. It kicked my ass, but you know, they say experience is the best teacher. Put myself through high school, nigga. Finished with honors, man. I've been grown. Look at me now. Signing $1 million deals, Atlantic. Picture me 10 years from now, nigga. And all them niggas who was in the streets with me, you know, they following me now on this positive shit, you know. We'll still catch your ass beat you to a pulp, I promise you, pumpkin head. I've been rapping for 4 years now, man. Feel good to be in the position I'm in. Niggas still hating, man. Stop it, man. It's cheap. Even the police, man, they killed my little nigga G-Man, man. He was 17 years old, man. And then they arrested his mama when she went to try to man, this shit was crazy. It's cool though. Chico home. He done gained about 100 pounds, eating good.
That's not good. Try some Ozempic. It's Bump J with My Life.
I got 2 kids, man. I'm legit now.
You should pull out.
Man, entrepreneur. Bumpy Johnson. Goon Squad is my family. Bull, what was you doing 10 years ago, nigga?
Whatever. Let's get back to the show.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Hoppe Hour!
Hey, this is Fish Calloway, and you are listening to my best friend Ryan Hoppe. He taught me who the hell writes this? Who writes this? Did he write this? Why would he write this?
Hey kids, it's Brother Weeze, and you are listening to the Hoppe Hour with my main man, Ryan Hoppe.
The golden age of radio is alive and well on Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
People often argue over Android versus iPhones, but the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppe Hour.
Yeah. Yo. young talent of the Hoppe Hour, worldwide broadcast. Tune in for the scoop, celeb, gossip, and mass. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, kicking off the night, talking about the love, the news, keeping it tight. 85 609 46 773. Hit the digits, call the show, set your mind free. From dating tips to wild tales, ain't no rest in the world syndicated. Hoppe is the best. Hoppe Hour's live from coast to coast. Turn the volume up, raise a toast. Worldwide, the city lights glowing bright with Ryan Hoppe.
Yeah.
Celebrate the night, hot topics, saucy talk.
That's what we do.
Fly from celeb secrets to reasons why.
856.
The airwaves ignite.
49 Hoppe. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. 2.5 hours in. Wow. And you can always email me. Time does fly. You can always email me, RyanHoppyRadio@gmail.com. And for the next 5 days, I'm on TikTok at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
City lights glowing bright with Ryan Hoppe. We celebrate the night.
So this next headline. Enough of that. This next headline's the woman, Lily Phillips. She reveals how much she made after having sex with 100 men on OnlyFans. And E! News is like, this is the exclusive. I'm like, something to really be proud of.
Whoa, happy hot topic.
I don't regret it.
My dad never loved me.
That's my message to them.
I'm Lily Paulette, and today I'm getting ran through by 100 guys.
At least she admits it. I'm getting ran through.
I've bought like 200 of them.
Do we think we're going to get to 100 today?
Yeah, I'm not leaving without it.
You made headlines like none other.
I love how this female reporter's making it seem like it's noble.
I believe it was back in December. And you know why. We
banging 100 dudes.
Had the big old headline, 101 men in one day. And everyone was like, that's not real. No way. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What made you want to embark on such a journey, Lily?
So I originally wanted to do it for some kind of new content, something
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
quite creative. I thought no one's kind of ever really done this kind of content before. It was also to give back to my fans. I feel like
your fans. Anybody that pays for your OnlyFans is a loser.
I am maybe one of few girls that offer an actual in-life meetup, as well as being able to subscribe.
You definitely give top.
Subscribe to them online. So yeah, I just thought it was going to be quite fun.
When you said it was going to be quite fun, did you expect so much awe from the audiences from London all the way to South Africa?
Man, our morals are really screwed up the way this woman's making it seem like this is noble.
Way to Switzerland.
Definitely not. No. I mean, I knew this is probably going to sell quite well, but I didn't realize that it was maybe going to get as much
Of course it was. You're banging 100 dudes.
Coverage as it has done.
I know that you were like, this is training for me. My next is 300.
We're so screwed as a society. But yet I'm covering it, so am I any better?
And you said you were going to do that on December 15th. Did you do that?
I had some issues with the guy who was producing it. Like, we just, our views just didn't align. So I ended up...
Yeah, it didn't align that I want to bang 300 dudes.
Cutting that, but I'm doing the 300 now on the 2nd of March.
Oh, your family must be so proud.
How are you gearing up for something like that? What do you have to do? And I'm asking very seriously, what do you have to do? I mean, it's
lube up.
Mental prep, it's physical prep. What do you have to do to gear up for something like that, Lily?
I mean, I'm very used to
sleeping with men because I'm a little imbecile that has no credibility.
With a lot of guys, it's not anything new to me. I did this as a hobby before I did it for work.
You pretty much, if you get married to somebody someday, I feel bad for that beta male.
So it's not that outrageous to me.
That's bad. If banging 100 dudes is just another walk in the park.
But yeah, just
hot dog down the hallway.
I guess a lot of self-care the night before.
Hell yeah, pamper up.
A good long shower before.
Her accent makes her seem like less of a, woman that sleeps around. even though she's literally the definition of one.
And then get right into it. Honestly, I get excited for it.
I want to know about her childhood.
Like, I love meeting the...
I try not to judge people that like do porn, but man, it's really hard.
before, and then get right into it. Honestly, I get excited for it. Like, I love meeting the guys. I think
even though you said the guys were mad if they couldn't finish.
It's just like great to actually meet people who support you online and
That's a way to put it. Support.
and have very like similar mindsets to you when it comes to, you know, sex and monogamy and stuff like that.
What monogamy?
And then obviously I do get excited for the activity. Like, I think I'm a little bit of like a exhibitionist. Like, I like people watching.
Yeah, you're a real sociopath.
And I love, especially in these gangbangs where there are so many men, it's like,
wow.
It's so like, I love all the guys, like, because there's like so many guys and they're all getting off to me.
Don't use the word love. Yeah, you got real psychological issues if you like the idea of guys getting off on you.
I love all the guys, like, because there's like so many guys and they're all getting off to me. Like, I don't know why. I think that's my like kink, is just like, there are hundreds of guys here and they all want to have sex with me.
She's going to regret this when she hits 35 and she can't find a man. I don't know who gets ran through more, you or Joy Taylor.
I want to know, you know, specifically engaging in those acts. What is the number one question that you're receiving that you kind of want to debunk? Because I know.
I love this comment. Why are you interviewing her in such a happy tone if she's accomplished something to be admired? You know, this woman does it as well, just not on camera.
A lot of people are like, well, how is she making sure that she's safe? And where are you getting these guys from? Anything?
Well, I find the guys from anywhere, any age, any race.
You didn't hit me up.
Don't care. The guys' safety, I mean, everything, trust me, like everything we thought about, I have like a whole team behind this, so every little detail is thought about and all quite organised.
The girls want to know, how much money have you made and are you set for life?
I'm not quite set for life. A good amount, but for me, there's no amount of money that would make me stop. So like, there's no goal. Like, it's not like...
She's acting like she's like an athlete or something. Or like a Nobel Peace Prize. Well, she is a piece.
Oh, if I hit this figure, I'll stop doing this. It's just like, it's a job, so it's just income.
Are we in the millions yet? Our first million?
We're in the millions.
What would you say you've learned about yourself through this entire journey?
Did I have issues?
Maybe I need to be stronger with my boundaries. So like, if I'm not enjoying something, say it in the moment, like voice it then and there. Like communication, maybe a bit more.
How have you become stronger through
Stronger? You're becoming weaker.
all of this?
Literally with your body.
I think obviously all the hate, like every day just reading that and then being able to kind of swipe past it makes you a lot.
Yeah, if you're reading it, you know you're self-conscious.
Like stronger and just kind of, I guess, realizing like why I'm doing this and what it's for. And if it makes sense to me, it doesn't have to make sense for everyone else.
That's a way to put it. You're such a warrior. We're so proud of you.
I want to know, you mentioned doing this and why you're doing it. You know, what would you say your reason is? Like the ultimate
attention, because you have no real talent.
Reason, that foundation of why you are doing this.
I would love to be like one of these legends in the porn game.
Yeah. The word legend in porn shouldn't be a mix unless you're Lisa Ann.
Who are just like, you know, been like hammering it and they're doing so well. And like, I do look up to these girls who've been in it for like 10, 20 years. And I wanted to be unique in the industry. You know, this is kind of like my niche. And that's what it was for me. Like, it was to stand out and be a bit of a legend in the industry.
Do you see yourself as a role model or an inspiration?
This has to be an SNL skit. I swear to God. Literally. I love how my headphones came off. I'm getting so passionate. I love how women are like, respect us. We're not just, you know, pieces of objects. And then you do this. And then you applaud it.
That's a tricky one. I think for some girls in the industry, maybe. But I don't like to think of myself as like some kind of role model for girls who aren't into stuff like this.
Trust me, if there was a complete polar opposite of role models, it'd be you and your daddy issue self.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
It is no surprise that I go from talking about her to a song about teabagging.
Teabag that hoe. 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 Drop them nuts up in the throat. 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 Teabag that hoe. Teabag that hoe. Teabag that hoe. Teabag that hoe.
Well, I told the bitch you suck my balls, you gotta do my bowl. My balls is like some water, cause it's sliding down your throat. She called me Malone, cause I be knocking down the wall. I call her SOB, cause she be sucking on my balls. She sucking on my dick, but she said she bout to choke. She sucked my balls so good, man, I almost had a stroke. Shoot out boys in the posse, and you know that we don't play. We ain't trying to fuck you, ho. We just wanna beat your face. Word around town, that bitch ain't nothing but some rip. I ain't trying to fuck you, ho. I want my ball to meet your lips. Your throat be like some chips, so my nuts is what I dip. If you do a good job, I might just leave your ass a tip. She was sucking on my ball, I told her don't get too sloppy. You better watch your eyes when I let my dick get cocky. Do it like a sport, cause teabagging is your hobby. We ain't fucking with no hoes until they do the pop.
Teabag that hoe. 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 Teabag that hoe.
Keep it moving, groupie. I ain't no patient nigga. I see you smiling, little buddy. So wet the business, bitch. Teabagging is your hobby. Therefore, don't be stopping. You did SOB. Now it's time to do the passing. Girl, give me face. Come and get a taste. Drop your nuts off in the throat. That's what the chorus say. So tell me what it is. I got that arm of steel. Since you sucking off the rip, then use your tongue, so not your lips.
Drop them nuts off in the throat. Not too far because she choke. She take it down in just one go. And she suck it like she smoke. I put my dick off in the jaw. And I told her drop them draws. She sucking it like it's a law. Now she licking on my balls. She just told me to lean back. And after she served me, I passed her the maniac and he passed her the Cody.
Teabag that hoe. Teabag that hoe. Teabag that hoe. Teabag that hoe.
Drop them nuts off in the throat. Drop them nuts off in the throat. Drop them nuts off in the throat. Drop them nuts off in the throat.
Teabag that hoe. Teabag that hoe. Teabag that hoe. Teabag that hoe.
I know this bitch, she a stupid hoe. She be fucking off the chain. She said she wanna fuck, but all I wanted was some brain. She had me for my name, but I told that bitch what's up. Ain't no need for disrespect, but I just beat that mouth full. I took her to the crib, then I laid her on the floor. I took out my pants and I dropped my nuts off in the door. I asked her, do she like it? She said, you ain't know, man, you know what the business is, nigga. Teabag that hoe.
Lil' shawty, you pro with it. She did some shit I never seen. She sucked me up and did it good. It's like some shit off in your dreams. Oh, be smooth, you'll be calm. Don't say shit, lay on your back, ho. Why be squatting lean, go up and down, teabag that hoe. While he gon' keep it real, I'm looking for a blockhead. So one to suck me up and she just teabag instead. I label her some pliers cause she got some tight grip. I told you once before, don't get mad cause you some real.
Teabag that hoe. 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 Teabag that hoe.
Hey, this Malcolm my partner told me to crank that T-bag. She sucking me so much I need to get this girl some knee pads. Now she walking around the club with a crazy face. Ski on her cheek, now we call this girl baby face. Seemed like T-bag was all day and just an hour waste. Sprinkle on her lips, hey girl, this how baby showers taste. Leave you with a sour face. You do shit our way. Let's shower straight dumb. I wanna be your straight lips in your tongue.
Teabag that hoe. Teabag that hoe. Teabag that hoe. Teabag that hoe.
I think they want to teabag her. You know what I mean? That is so a 2008 reference. 856-49-HAPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Hoppe Hour!
Hey, I'm Scott Burrell, and you're listening to Hoppe Hour with my boy Ryan Hoppe. You're shaking it up with my boy Ryan Hoppe on Hoppe Hour. It's time to shake it up on Hoppe Hour.
Hey, this is Fish from Fish with Friends in Madison and La Crosse, and you are listening to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, this is Eric Zane. You're like, who? Yeah, I know. Anyway, you're listening to Ryan Hoppe. Hoppe Hour. This motherfucker is resilient as shit. Everybody tries to rub Ryan's fucking face in dog shit, and then he always picks himself up. I love that. Fuck everybody. Give them the finger and kick their ass, Ryan Hoppe.
Because vanilla radio is for the faint of heart, welcome to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe. Because vanilla radio is for the...
If you're easily triggered, now's your chance to leave. Welcome to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Countdown clock ticking, Hoppe Hours on the prowl. 10 seconds left, set to take back the dial. Celebrity gossip, details that get wild. Sex talk spicy, every moment ain't mild. Nothing but juicy, the story's about to drop. 9 seconds, lean in, don't let the beat stop. Raunchy discussions like the cherry on top. Hoppe Hour, Ryan's here, rising to the top. 8 seconds closer, hear the crowd cheer. Ryan Hoppe's back, the moment draws near. Celebrity drama, it's all crystal clear. Tune into the Hoppe Hour, the champ is here. 7 seconds, we're ready for the tease. Lost loves and scandals, calling out the sleaze. Pouring out the truth, never serving it with ease. Hoppe's got the juice, bringing them to their knees. 6 seconds left, like a rocket to the floor. Date night secrets, what y'all waiting for? Sex chat, sizzle, talk dirty, can't ignore. Ryan Hoppe, break it down, always room for more. 5 seconds now, feel the tension rise. Eyes on the prize, no.
I'm just going to let this play out. I'm trying to go through 3 hours.
On the skies, Hoppe Hour's back, spark up fresh vibes.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
I love this TMZ music.
Welcome to TMZ Live. Harvey Levin here. Charles here. So, LA is still just struggling with everything that's going on. There are so many thousands of people displaced, homes lost, worldly possessions gone. People don't know where to live, where to go.
Yeah, we're really seeing, I know the rich and elite, they act like they're better than us, but the lack of sympathy for people losing their things, they're still human.
So where their kids are going to go to school. It is a mess here.
And now people are rightfully demanding some answers.
They're angry.
They're
There are a lot of
angry,
people who are angry.
And one person who is extremely angry got to put her concerns directly to Governor Gavin Newsom as he was leaving, I guess he'd been touring some of the damage in Pacific Palisades and was walking to his vehicle when she ran up to him and fired off a series of questions. Now,
you know he's not used to talking to anybody.
You're going to see here, Governor Newsom tries to, how do I say this? How do I say it nicely?
Diffuse the situation?
I guess he was trying to diffuse. Really, he didn't want to talk to her. He was trying.
Right.
I love seeing the liberal media turn on that scumbag.
To get out of the conversation.
He wanted to get into his SUV
as quickly
without
as possible.
dealing with this woman. But it didn't happen.
That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now.
Yeah, even though the phone seems to be empty or like doesn't have like any phone call on it. You know what I mean?
Specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
The first time I actually like a Karen.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the
Why is the president?
Yeah, and when you talk to Biden, I'm sure he's going to have other solutions.
Not taking your call.
because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now.
He looks really nervous. At least his hair's perfect.
Immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry.
Do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to make the call to address everything I can right now, including making sure people
I'd
are
like
safe.
to make sure you do. Can I have an opportunity to at least
This woman's kind of hot. I like, you're really turning me on going against that scumbag.
tell people you're doing what you're saying you're doing? Thank you. Could somebody
Thank you. I can't stand politicians. Why I don't fucking vote?
have a contact? Can I have your contact information?
Right there.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to give you the number to Joe Biden, dummy. That was kind of stupid. 856-49-HAPPY. That's 856-494-6773. Then there's this right here that we talked about a little earlier. Let me skip through it. I'm skipping through TMZ real quick.
We
This is about people wanting Karen Bass to resign.
could always prevent these things by paying gobs and gobs more taxes and have everything up to date, but that's not the way it works. They're difficult budgetary cuts. It's not like she cut.
I feel like LA has been like asking for this. I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing. Obviously it's bad, but I feel like just the way it's been run, they were due for a disaster.
All this money from the fire prevention, and therefore pocketed it in the pockets of millionaires. She did that in order to preserve spending on schools.
But that's what we don't know, Jason.
Okay, Harvey Levin, you don't need to be PC. I know you're liberal.
What we don't know is what was preserved at what expense.
Whatever. I don't know why they protect their own. Like, you can think one candidate's better than the other, but don't lie. All right, what's Whitney Cummings doing for the LA arsonist?
An interesting reaction to the fires. We showed you yesterday she was very distraught about having to evacuate from her podcast, from her podcast studio.
Yeah, that's really important.
As the fire was advancing. But last night she was watching the news and heard from a friend that and this has been going around for a couple of days now, that people believe they've seen arsonists, that they've seen people all over the city.
It just happened, by the way, near us today.
Yes, that there's someone who was caught on camera. So anyway, what happened, this is what you're looking at here, is surveillance video of citizens taking into custody a guy who had a blowtorch in his hand. And then police came and arrested him. He was arrested, obviously, on...
All right, I'm bored with this. 856-49-HAPPY. It's all the celebrities being like, look at me, look at me. What's going on with Mark Zuckerberg?
Mark Zuckerberg started the week announcing all these changes to Meta's social media platforms, said that he was going to be working with the Trump administration, and now he is ending the week on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Sensing a theme?
A little bit, yes, more than a little bit. He's on Joe Rogan's podcast, and one of the topics he delved deeper into was the Biden administration and his complaints about the Biden administration.
Well, it goes to what he was talking about earlier in the week, which he calls censorship of Facebook. And he...
Yeah, censorship is out of control.
He delivered it squarely on Joe's podcast.
It was during the Biden administration when they were trying to roll out the vaccine program. And I'm generally like pretty pro rolling out vaccines. I think on balance, the vaccines are more positive than negative. But I think that while they're trying to push that program, they also tried to censor anyone who is basically arguing against it. And they pushed us super hard to take down things that were honestly were true, right? I mean, they basically pushed us and said,
Biden being a scumbag? No!
You know, anything that says that vaccines might have side effects, you basically need to take down. And I was just like, well, we're not going to do that.
So there's that. Let me see here. Mark Zuckerberg wants to fight in the UFC, which I would watch right here.
Time, this is mid-2023, that he was interested in taking a real fight against a professional MMA fighter. One of the things he also talked about today with Joe Rogan was that he still wants to do that.
I told you, Babcock. You and I talked about this yesterday.
Here comes the I told you so's.
We talked about this yesterday.
Harvey told me to check in with Dana White to see if Mark Zuckerberg was still interested in taking a
and you said, nah,
fight.
he's not going to do that.
I thought there was no way. He tore his ACL. He's had injuries. He's getting older. I thought, no way he's going to fight a real fight.
I mean, saying he wants to is different than it's going to happen.
All right, so they're just speculating. There's no clip. 856, I'm just going through this crap. It's 856-49 Hoppy. What's going on with that scumbag, Alec Baldwin?
Welcome back to TMZ Live. Alec Baldwin apparently wants to go back inside a courtroom because he is going after the prosecutor who went after him, the special prosecutor.
Can you imagine? You literally take someone's life and you get away with it for being rich and elite. If I did that, if I made the Happy Hour movie, I wouldn't get away with it. And you're such a beta male bitch that you literally sue the people that were mad that you took a life. Screw you, buddy boy.
Now remember, in New Mexico, in the Rust case I'm talking about.
You and your dumb fake Spanish wife.
Those charges were dropped. The trial started and ended, and he walked away.
He walked away because of prosecutorial misconduct.
Right.
Where they were hiding evidence that would have helped him
and at
in
the
the
time,
case.
Yeah, that was not a good decision.
We thought he could go after them, but no, he's probably going to want to put this all behind him and just...
But he's a sociopath. Of course he's going to go for it.
Keep going.
And it shows him crying in court. I'll just say it. Fuck you.
Not at all. Alec Baldwin has now sued.
Well, he said he was going to do this.
He said he was, but even when he said he was, we stood here and you're like,
No, I said it was a bad idea, but I didn't say he wasn't going to do it.
Whatever. Finally,
we have seen celebs who are trying to sell their homes cut prices a little bit. Kristen Cavallari cut the price by a lot, and
it's her Nashville home.
She has cut the price by almost $1 million. I mean, normally you see like, all right, they drop 100,000, a couple 100,000, maybe 500,000.
Yeah, but what is the price?
So it is now just under $9 million.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of money.
All right, whatever. We're going to come back on Happy Hour and wrap it up right after this.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppy in the morning.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Happy Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Throw your head back, baby, show your grill in this bitch. Get the snap in yo, fingers, get the move in yo. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Throw your head back, baby, shake your dreads in this bitch. Get the snap in yo, fingers, get the move in yo. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Oh, that's that money snap. I signed my deal, made $1 million, did the money snap. Went to the car dealership and spent 100 stacks. Bought me a Benz and a spaceship Cadillac. Put 50 in my mouth so I can shine when I battle rap. You boys don't know me, I'm from the show me. Pull that 45, leave your brains all holy. I made this one for the people who just don't dance. Too busy drinking liquor, politicking with their mans. Or them chicks with them 6-cent heels on their feet. So sexy in the club, two-stepping to the beat. If you just got rich and you just came up, money snap, where you at? Like you don't give a fuck. Throw your head back, baby, show your grill in this bitch. Get the snap in yo, fingers, get the move in yo. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Throw your head back, baby, shake your dreads in this bitch. Get the snap in yo, fingers, get the move in yo. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Oh, that's that money snap. My little sister and my mama got their income tax check. Everybody seen their ass, but I ain't seen them yet. Man, I know where they at. At the mall, popping tags, running in and out of stores. Money snapping, holding back. My little nigga went to the strip club for the very first time. Seeing all them hoes naked, blew that little nigga mind. Got a stat worth the one, threw him in the sky, made it rain. Started money snapping, yelling that he all in the game. Man, I'm handling this fame like an inner city vet. Got my whole clique with me and we drinking more wet. Got 2 or 3 strippers trying to give me rough set. Money snapping, butt naked, ooh, they ass so fat. If I ever go broke, I'll probably take somebody's life. Cause I'm trying to money snap for the rest of my life. If you been living trife and you just came up, money snap, where you at? Like you don't give a fuck. Throw your head back, baby, show your grill in this bitch. Get the snap in yo, fingers, get the move in yo. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Throw your head back, baby, shake your dreads in this bitch. Get the snap in yo, fingers, get the move in yo. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Oh, that's that money snap. I'm on the block and it's booming, man. Them fiends spinning cheese. Got the hook up with Poppy and he gave me them keys. Do that money snap. If you just hit a lick, do that money snap. If you got a bad bitch, who gon' give you her check? Man, you keep your pockets fat. Sitting in that Benz coupe or that new Bubble X. In the club, you by the bar. In the hood, you a star. Got 250 on the kush. I like my weed in the jar. Baby girl looking good in a new outfit. Got her head back snapping, baby. Ooh, that's it. If your cell phone ringing and you know it's about that paper, do that money snap. Boy, why you shake off them haters? Throw your head back, baby. Show your grill in this bitch. Get the snap in yo fingers, get the move in yo bitch. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Throw your head back, baby. Shake your
Oh yeah, Young Bino with money snap.
yo fingers, get the move in yo wrist.
Oh sure.
That's that money snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that money snap.
Got it.
Ooh, that's that money snap. Oh, that's that money snap.
I think it's that money snap. You get it?
Happy Hour will be right back.
Mm-hmm. This following segment has been brought to you by DZ BZ Honey. The best Delta 8 CBD honey around. Go to dzbzhoney.com and at checkout use keyword Hoppe. Hoppe. This is also being brought to you by Fortify.com. Fortifeye.com. And at checkout use keyword Ryan20. This is being brought to you by Rich Keeley Master Barbershop at richkbarber.com. Sign up and save $10. This is being brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts at amiracademy.com. This is being brought to you by westchaseprinting.com. This is being brought to you by counselingoncall.net. What else do I have here? Strange Cloud to Clearwater, 2222 Main Street. What else? Let me think here. I've been doing this a while. I'm a little tired. I think that's it. We're going to come back on Happy Hour and wrap it up.
You and me and Ryan Hoppe.
Doors closing. Happy hour.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour.
Hey, this is Meredith from O and the Freak Show on Wild 94.1 in Tampa Bay, and you're listening to Happy Hour.
Hey, you're listening to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe. This is Eric Zane. I don't know these two people, but I know they're fucking assholes. Mike Calta and Rover, suck my dick for what you did to Ryan.
Hey, it's Cavino from Cavino and Rich. You're listening to Ryan Hoppe. It's the Happy Hour. It's the happiest hour of them all.
Recording for the average Joe and Jane because we don't discriminate by gender. If you work hard, keep listening to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Happy hour in the air.
Yeah.
Feel the vibe everywhere.
Oh, sure.
Kick back in your chair.
Yeah.
Life beyond compare.
Got it.
Happy hour, take it slow.
Oh, sure.
Let the rhythm gently flow.
Whatever.
Catch the beats in the glow.
I needed some lo-fi vibes after this 3 hour and 7 minute rant so far.
Happy hour, oh yeah.
My record is 3 hours and 14 minutes, and I'm going to break that.
Happy hour.
Guinness Book of World Records. Here's the longest happy hour ever.
Happy hour, set the scene.
856.
Coolest spot you
49 Hoppe. 856-494-6773.
Smooth and clear.
You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Ryan Hoppe Radio, Jim.com. I saved this rant for the last. I'm going to make a video about it, but I can't stand cloud chasing women like Allison Holker.
Happy hot topic.
I saw this here. She's the the widow, not ex-wife of DJ Twitch. And the caption here on TMZ says, Allison Holker to Twitch's family, I dare you to write a book about him. Profits will be mine, because they signed an NDA and kind of screwed themselves a little bit because they signed the NDA at his funeral. And she's just a cloud-chasing pig.
2 years after Steven Twitch Boss died by suicide, his widow, Allison Holker, is now defending herself from the backlash she's getting for revealing intimate details about Twitch's life.
Can you imagine being her, being a sociopathic pig that she is, knowing that without DJ Twitch, you probably dated him for the clout, that without him, you'd be nothing. No one would know who Allison Holker is. And without him, you'd just be, you look like any other hot girl you see at the gym.
So she's writing a book, and she did an interview regarding the book and talked about his alleged drug use and everything that happened.
I still don't know why she announced it.
Leading up to his suicide.
There was a lot of things I discovered in our closet that I did not know existed.
What's in your closet? What are your skeletons? I bet you're so perfect.
And he was hiding so much, and there must have been a lot of shame in that.
Why are you telling us this?
On top of talking about the drugs she found, Allison also included very private passages from Twitch's personal journals in
I wonder what your journal says, that you're a little cloud-chasing moron.
her book, which enraged his friends and family.
Yeah, if you actually loved him like the people that are his blood, you wouldn't have released this. But you know, I just said it again, and I'll say it again. You're nothing without him. No one really knew who you were until you started doing all this cloud chasing. You make all women look bad.
She got tons of hate from all of his family, their mutual friends.
Like Twitch's cousin, who tweeted, "You did our family so dirty." Plus,
to attend the funeral, you had to sign an NDA, including his entire family.
I've never seen an NDA at a funeral.
Yeah, she's really sneaky. And any guy out there that thinks about dating her, watch out. She'll use you because she's a sociopathic moron who probably had a bad dad.
Ever. Why the NDA?
Because she doesn't want someone else to control the narrative in a negative way. She wants
Yeah, then maybe she was a terrible wife.
to control it.
In a negative way?
She doesn't think she's being negative. She thinks she's being sensitive.
right, because she's responding to all the hate by saying,
I hope that by sharing our full story, maybe I can help someone else who might see themselves or a loved one in Steven.
Yeah, but you didn't have to release the details. Oh, that's right. You're a moron.
Yeah,
You got the IQ of a dead rat.
She says, all of my proceeds from this book are going to fund the mental health focused foundation I started in Stephen's honor.
Oh, I'm sure if Steven was alive, he would love knowing that you released all his details, you pig.
She said it after the fact, after she was getting all the backlash.
Yeah, she didn't say it before.
Just because she said it after the fact doesn't mean she didn't
I think
plan
so.
to give it to charity.
Oh, shut up, dude. You don't need to be a contrarian. So there's this here. I just wanted to recap. Allison Holker to Twitch's family. I dare you to write a book about him. Profits will be all mine. So that's what it is. You're a gold-digging moron. If he was just some local DJ at a nightclub, you wouldn't have looked at him. Twitch's family is furious at Holker, for writing a book about him, but his widow took steps to make sure she's the only one that can make money off his name. Pig. TMZ obtained the NDA. Twitch's family says Allison had them sign in order to attend his funeral, and it essentially financially blocks them from doing what many people assume she's doing, namely collecting any money from a memoir about their relationship and his death. Oh, I'm sure you were the worst wife ever. I bet you never had dinner ready. I bet you never were clean, and you probably cheated on him. Twitch's family has been ripping Allison online for going in a media blitz to promote her new book, pushing back against her claims that Twitch was a drug addict and blasting her as a money-hungry opportunist. The NDA from the funeral was also a source of family outrage. Allison's oldest daughter, Wesley Fowler, another cloud chaser. I don't care that she's 14 or 15 or whatever stupid age she is. You're another cloud chaser. He wasn't even your real father. He was an adopted father, and he took care of you, and you claim, oh, my mom cares about him? Shut up. You know your mom has all the money from the estate, and you need it. Wesley even said when Twitch was alive, people who attended certain family events would have to sign NDAs. This may well be true, but the document also positions Allison as the only one able to profit off of his life story. However, she's been very publicly saying that 100% of the proceeds from her sales from her book will go to the Move for Kindness Foundation, which she started in his honor. I'm sure all the money is going to the, things, and it's not like, a scam. TMZ obtained an excerpt from her forthcoming book, This Far, My Story of Loss, Love, and Embracing the Light, in which she explained the reason behind the NDA. Because you wanted all the money, because you're a gold digger. Allison says Twitch's family wanted a bunch of people she didn't know to attend the open casket of his funeral. You're not his blood. You're his cloud-chasing wife. If somebody that you don't know wants to go, you don't know everybody in your quote-unquote husband that you love's life. When my dad died, there were people we didn't know from Al-Anon that showed up. You pig. But she whittled down the number to 13 people and said no photographs or videos would be allowed. She writes, I couldn't risk any photo being leaked to the press or splashed across social media platforms and becoming the lasting image that people would have of him. No, I'm just going to write a book about him and have that being the lasting image, you moron. My children absolutely, positively could not stumble upon such a photograph at such later date. That is such a lie. If that was the truth, then you wouldn't have wrote the book. The book's worse than a photo. She said, at the advice of my lawyers, I insisted that everybody who viewed the open casket sign a non-disclosure agreement to protect Stephen's privacy, a requirement that exasperated his family. If we had to sign NDAs, it said, then everyone has to sign NDAs. No problem, I replied. Sources tell TMZ Allison has not profited from the NDA as no one breached the agreement. Allison, when it's all said and done, DJ Twitch will have a much better memory than you ever will be. You will be remembered as the gold-digging moron that nobody loves and that probably grew up with a bad dad, and that if Twitch was alive, he would divorce you. He deserved better, and you make all women look bad. You moronic pig, you money-grubbing moron, you piece of garbage. Burn in hell!
TikTok, clocks at you, we're playing cruel pranks. Hoppe's hour almost done.
First of all, let's pause this. We just did the longest Hoppe hour ever. Woohoo!
TikTok, clocks at you, we're playing cruel pranks. Hoppe's hour almost done. Feels like robbery in banks.
Allison Holker's a pig.
Wisdom been streamed, syndicated sorrow. Now it's time to shatter dreams. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilted rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shout out hit the street. But soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Phone lines buzzing, but the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street. But soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Oh, life's just so unfair. Every night like clockwork to a show. Now it's time to face the silence like a TV on snow. Ryan Hoppe held the mic with humor so divine. The void left in our hearts wider than a canyon line. Empty speakers silent, time but coming to an end. Like a roller coaster stopping round the river's bend. Hoppe's jokes and jabs, these our daily grind. Now silence louder than the thoughts we can't rewind. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. The Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair.
Hoppe hour. Hoppe hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
And like that, he's gone.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
Hoppe hour is now over.
Hoppe hour is now over.
Game over. This concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless America.
Doors closing.
Please